Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. And welcome back to Stargate, the Stargate Outpost.
Hello.
We have some interesting things to discuss today. All of the things that Stargate not only should bring back, but kind of needs to bring back. You know, we're gonna get some specificities here going.
This could be a very short video because I'm just gonna end it right now. Sergeant Siler. Done. Yeah. That's it. End the stream. End the stream.
That's it. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. We may or may not have gotten a little bit deep in discussion on a single character who's not a giant character in the show.
No.
Not giant, but he is memorable, and he is actually one of the best characters in my opinion as well.
He's one of my favorite characters in all of specifically Atlantis, but I think in all of Stargate. And
yeah,
there is one other important thing that we need to say and do before we move forward. We've left it to this moment right here, right now. I messaged you a little bit ago, but happy freaking birthday, Melvin!
Happy birthday!
He's 23
Thank
now.
you. I wish.
You're legal drinking age.
I'm in the UK. I would have been legal drinking age for years at that point.
At that point, half a decade.
It's been stupid.
Are you doing anything special for your birthday? Of course, besides hanging out with us talking Stargate.
This is what I'm doing for special, but I've already done a special thing for my birthday, and that was I watched Fallout. So,
yeah. Oh, did you enjoy it?
I started watching.
It was good.
We only you stayed up extra late watching it. If you're talking about like last night, Well,
it was 2 a.m. Release for me in it being in the UK. I didn't get to bed until about 4 a.m. because I did a video immediately after.
Good.
So
check it out, y'all.
Oh yeah, I mean, someone even said in the comment, like, the only comment I had so far, that I'm awesome, brilliant. Yeah, thanks.
Well, you know that. So yeah, chat. Everybody say happy birthday to good old Melvin. Our man's making Fallout videos and staying up way too damn late to do so. Check those out. Come hang with us on Radical Wasteland or something. All that being said, Stargate. Necessities. What are necessities that and we're going to open this up to chat as well. We have a couple little things that we're going to discuss, of course.
I thought I already covered that. Master Sergeant Siler. Full stop. Done. End stream.
Didn't even mention Walter in the same sentence. Those two come as a package, and I thought.
Well, I mean, Walter. I mean, it stands to reason. Just like he's as important as other characters.
They do slightly different things, but
he's in charge of the Iris after all.
It doesn't run without either one of them. Somebody's got to fix things and fall off ladders, and the other guy has to open the freaking gate. You know, there's two small.
This is what I love about Sergeant Siler. He actually lets. Sergeant Siler, he lets Teok shoot him with his staff weapon to test a new armor plate. How cool is that?
It's great. It was the precursor to McKay getting shot by Shepard, which is perfect.
Yeah.
I know the best part about that, when it comes to McKay, is when Shepard pushed him off the balcony.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, the reaction from Weir was brilliant.
What'd you do? Well, I shot him first. Whatever. It's so good. I love the whole thing. But I guess while we're in that little Atlantis realm of things, we did end up pushing the stream back just a couple minutes because we might have gotten lost in conversation there for a second, and it was about a specific character. Now, this specific character is not like a huge Stargate character. He is a quintessential, of course, to continue that term, in the Atlantis team and project, and I almost said it is a coalition of governments and peoples. And we see whenever there's an alternate timeline or future, Evan Lorne is typically the guy that is raised and promoted and given much more breadth of command than you would expect a character that shows up, out of 22 episodes, 20 episodes typically, probably 5-6 a season maybe. maybe 8 or 10, just like background kind of stuff as well, kind of just there. He's not some huge piece of the puzzle, while also being one of the largest pieces of the puzzle there is in Atlantis, which is really cool.
The back and forth he has with Rodney,
it's great,
especially in the episode Runner, where we meet Ronan Dax. Where you get Rodney puts that big biological suit on, and Lorne's there just like, sure. The back and forth between those two,
it's great.
Yeah,
he's the nicest person there, but he's also military, and he's going to give it to you straight up, which is always handy, especially when it's kind of a, Stargate's not necessarily a family show, but it's not not either.
It's not.
And I think Lorne kind of rides that balance really well.
Right. He was more like strict, where Shepard was willing to kind of go off script of what the technical military things are you're supposed to do. He was very much like trying to keep it very on the straight and narrow, following the military code or whatever.
I seem to remember him being willing to bend the rules as well, because in that
sometimes he would be, but Shepard
one of
always
the episodes
kinda...
one of the episodes in SG1, one of the episodes of SG1 where I think SG1 needed help, and he was like, one of the first people to volunteer, despite the fact that they knew that, and SG1 was on a mission that was not authorized, so they had broken the rules anyway. So
yeah,
I can't remember exactly which
one. This guy only does take over every time. Of course, he's got a nice little list of a career here, full on resume. Can't really say anything good or bad about that. You can only say great things typically, and these two are specifically pretty interesting. He tends to lead SG1, the Atlantis team sometimes, or sometimes even the full SGC. Is something that Stargate needs coming back. We know we need certain characters. Those characters probably can't overtake new characters. So that does round out maybe a lot of the big cast that we kind of want to see kind of brought back. That, could be better utilized maybe in an episode or two. Or, hey, we have like a cameo that's going to last a little bit longer, and maybe it'll work up into the end of the season when you get a big episode with Ronan Dex or whoever, so on and so forth.
Are we going to get Ronan? Is Jason Momoa going to come down? Step out of the limelight?
I think he would. I think just out of I don't know if you want to say a sense of loyalty or whatever, or that that's where he got his start. I think he'd be willing to do it. He just seems like the type.
He's still friends with the whole crew too, and that's important. That's hard, and
he had.
Well, I mean, he literally
show and see.
He literally moved in with Joe Flanagan in the hotel room whilst they were shooting the series. He wasn't meant to. He had his, he would have had his own room, but he literally decided, I'm going to I'm going to go and sleep in Joe's room. And I think first night he was sleeping on the floor.
I love those are just great stories. And now the guy's freaking Lobo and Supergirl real quick. Right after playing Aquaman too. I mean, he's grown a lot from Baywatch to Stargate Atlantis to actually being king of Atlantis. And now the guy's in space just being crazy, which is pretty cool. Let's bring him back to space.
Yeah.
But okay, all that being said, of course, we expect some of these characters like that. But realistically, we need a thorough line character. Most likely. I mean, they could do this in a lot of different ways, but it feels like New Stargate at least, needs a thorough line character for all of us to not latch onto, but have a nice wink at us, have a nice nod given to us. Like, this is your representative. Like, essentially, like this is the audience of the past 20 years representative for the series right now. Yeah. And I don't know if there actually is a better human being in the Stargate universe than Lorne to carry that torch on in a way. There's a lot of people that, of course, naturally we all would rather, but I don't think anybody's got anything bad to say about Evan Lorne. And there's a reason he was second in command in Atlantis. There's a reason in the alternate timelines Sam gives charge of Atlantis temporarily, of course, to Lorne. There's a reason in an alternate timeline Sam gives Lorne charge of SG-1 when he was just an SG-11 like leader for a long time. When that's a big jump, you know. He has his own reconnaissance teams in Atlantis. He's one of the most pivotal Stargate characters that doesn't get a lot of shine, and I think that lack of shine, where it might have made him just a really fun character to see whenever he came on our screens way back when. Now, it would make the most sense to lead the story forward in a way. Not necessarily lead the story forward, but be that through line, like I said.
Yeah. So we want like more of a background character that would be the through line?
Not necessarily. I mean, if he's leading the FGC, it would be more of a Hammond type role for Lorne. And I don't know.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Wait. What if Lorne is a general and he's actually the advisor to the president?
Yeah. That would make sense, really, for his character.
He would make sense to me to replace O'Neill when he retires.
That as well.
Yeah.
Well, because the
don't
thing
have to see him all the time then.
Yeah, the thing that puts him temperamentally from his persona as a character, I think best to put in charge of the SGC or to be a liaison to the president would be that there's only one person in Stargate that I think has an actual as good temperament as him, and it's General Hammond. Bo Bridges, General Landry might be like third or fourth there. Like I think they would be in that same realm of things. I don't think any of the other, as much as we love the leadership that we all get to know, they're cavalier. Like we love them for being kind of wild and going out and doing their own things. Where Lorne will also allow that, but keeps it concise and pertinent and
that's why I think he'd be good as the liaison, because he seems very like he'd be good at politics.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. A good future president in the Stargate universe.
Right. Yeah. He has that kind of feel.
President.
Imagine a bias towards the Stargate program then. Jeez. How much money do you need? Stamped. There you go. Have it. You need 10 more, battle cruisers? Yeah. There you go. There's the paperwork. There's the funding. Done. You need 200 million toilet seats costing 10 grand a piece. There you go.
10 grand a piece. Oh God.
Yeah. That's how Area 51 was covered up, right? In Independence Day.
Yeah.
Shadow Adventures is tossing a few fun ideas in here. Jaffa possibly on a secret government welfare program. I don't think that's the case, but I think
I don't think the Jaffa would be so down with that. I think the Jaffa want to be independent and not, they were enslaved to people that posed as gods. I don't think they want to be beholden to anyone.
No,
that's something I'm curious about. That's something I'm curious about. I mean, what the Tritonian, how Now
that's the only thing
we know from in universe, and we see it in SG1. There was a certain point where the Jaffa, with their pouch, makes it so that they need to have a symbiote put in.
Yes.
And at that point, that's when they start taking the Tritonian. Now, what if using the Tritonian, the pouch, the immune system issue that the symbiont replaces is actually bred out after a couple of generations. So the pouch is just redundant. It's not necessary.
Right. In other words, they kind of evolved to be dependent on the Goa'uld or symbiote, I guess.
Don't forget,
but maybe they would evolve back to not needing it. That's possible.
I mean, they were just human beings originally, and then they were genetically manipulated.
Yeah.
given a pouch to serve the Goa'uld.
Well, maybe with the Asgard tech that we have, we can do the gene manipulation to kind of revert some sort of gene therapy to revert back to a normal immune system.
Yeah. But how much influence does the symbiont have when they have a child over manipulating the DNA of the child whilst the mother's pregnant?
Well, on that DNA manipulation thought,
right, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
could they further that? Because we've seen them do stuff with old Lamplight himself. Last Light himself. I'm going to call him Lamplight every time. Mr.
Starlight, Twinkle Toes. I don't know, whatever.
Starlight just. Matt, sir, do you think?
Matt, hey.
Don't warn me or anything. Just chuck me in.
Right.
Just drop in. I mean, God.
Do you think?
I was just sitting there smoking and just enjoying myself watching you.
Boom.
Do you think genetic manipulation is something that may help the Jaffa? Hey, I'm going to actually raise one up on this question. Is Tritonin and the Jaffa having to be reliant on it and maybe even work these generational pouches out like Melvin just laid out? Because that would make perfect sense to kind of, over a couple generations, find that kind of evolutionary tract. And through genetic manipulation, they can kind of fasten that evolutionary process and get Jaffa back to almost closer to a human, Why do we even need to do all that? There's Asgard tech.
Yeah.
Can Asgard tech genetically manipulate that?
Yeah, they could come up with some gene therapy with the Asgard.
Yeah.
I mean, they know how to clone, so it seems like
humans know how to do that, though.
The what?
It would be in the Asgard database. But do we have the technology to fulfill it or carry it through? I guess. Yeah, that would be the question.
I made a video about the Asgard tech and it being a problem, and someone made a very good point. Which was there's having knowledge and there's knowing how to use it.
Yes.
Right.
So do we know how to use it? Because the Asgard have the Ancients database and only did what?
Right.
I don't know what they said. They said
well, for the sake of this, they could figure it out.
I'd actually say,
but yeah,
I'd actually go on with what I've said in a previous stream, where I think that the Asgard tech was maybe dumbed down for human use.
Yeah.
Before they handed over the database, I think the tech was dumbed down for human knowledge, for human understanding.
It's going to be interesting how they approach that, because Garrow could take that either way and say, "Hey, the Asgard were great friends with humans and humanity, and they wanted to propel humanity into the fifth race, so they made their technology digestible for humans." Or they said, "Okay, well, we're about to be destroyed as an entire species. We don't have time to meddle with that. Just fight the replicators and give humans as much as we need. We don't have time to explain it. They're smart. Right. They figure things out. Look where they've got in the last 8-10 years. Right. They'll figure it out."
Right. Preservation of the knowledge was the number one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they did add a keyword system like we saw in The Art of Truth. So.
And I don't think it's something Alex is saying that seems overly complicated and a lot of baggage to bring into a new series for new viewers. Yeah, but it's also an interesting if you just jumped into a show and or you get a brand new show and this is a plot line that's going on that is very intriguing at the same time, trying to figure out new technology. Right. And it also, even if they're trying to figure out technology they've had for 15 years and understand it better, which they're still probably doing with ancient tech one way or another.
Well, if you think about it,
the knowledge of that.
Think about it a different way. All they have to do is go back to the first version of that same technology that the Asgard had. Because that database is going to hold every single bit of technology in that database.
Yes.
Start all the way from the beginning. So all they have to do is go back to the first version of say an Asgard hyperdrive, say, just for an example, and then build it. They already understand hyperdrives because we built them.
Start that reverse
so then you incorporate parts of that into your existing one, because obviously the hyperdrives that we have in universe are modified by the Asgard anyway. That's the whole reason that it's more efficient to get to the Pegasus galaxy, because the Asgard modified them as a thank you for saving their race.
Yeah.
Okay.
So every single level of that technology, you don't have to throw in all the stuff at the top, the more recent stuff, the new stuff.
Right.
Because that's the stuff you wouldn't understand because we'd never used that kind of technology before. Right. So we haven't developed it. But you go back down the list to the earlier versions of that same technology, then you can build the understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that Asgard knowledge base and all of that, especially if the Asgard were there to help us, now that we just because we know they're no longer there for the most part, I guess maybe do we still have Asgard on earthen ships?
No,
at all.
No, they were committed suicide.
They were all called back to their new home world to die at the same time. If I remember, didn't they say that they all agreed to do it? So they all agreed to end themselves there, rather than live on struggling with the deteriorating clones.
I still
they had already lost.
They had all that problem with the clones too. I mean, there's the veneer still out there too.
Well, that's what I was about to ask.
The only way to bring them back really is with the veneer.
Now that the veneer are out there, and if we have all this Asgard tech, a thought that's been probably prevalent since Atlantis ended, do the veneer want that tech? And now,
of course they do. Of course they do.
Yeah.
Of course they do. Think about it this way: the veneer only split away because the Asgard didn't agree, wouldn't do what was necessary to correct the cloning issue. The veneer went to the Pegasus galaxy or whichever galaxy so that they were out of the view of the Asgard so that they could do it their own way, and they survived.
Yeah.
So it was only because they wanted to test on human beings. Loki did it to O'Neill.
Yeah, he cloned him. And that clone is still out there, so that'd be talk about unfinished storylines out there.
Exactly.
Jack O'Neill with 3 L's over there. So okay, Asgard tech being common knowledge, is that a need? Or is it something that should probably be explored? Or is it a need to explore the tech? Would you rather it need do you think it's closer to a need for us?
When you say common knowledge, do you mean like worldwide knowledge or just governmental knowledge?
Governmental knowledge.
I was thinking more military knowledge. I was thinking more military knowledge. Known of, but not known about. They know that they have beaming technology because obviously conspiracy theories will be flying around. All of a sudden, people have appeared in this field and they're fighting these people that were in this alien ship. Something that I've thought about today, and it's something that I really think that they need to add to the new Stargate show, is the one thing that we're missing on our ships is a transport craft to get larger equipment to the ground. We haven't got shuttlecraft. We haven't got transports. We've got BC-303s and F-302s. So
we could reverse engineer some in universe. I would think we would reverse engineer the Goa'uld rings, the transport rings.
No. But we still need, you can't get a large piece of technology through the rings because it's a set radius.
Well,
you could increase that radius or whatever. You never know.
I was about to say.
I mean, you could easily write a fix for a lot of this stuff. The
way I was thinking.
Super rings.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Super rings instead of super gate, super rings, super everything.
Yeah. Actually, no.
What I was thinking
the most logical way to get around this.
Yeah.
I was thinking something similar to like we have the dropship in Aliens. Something that you can have a vehicle. You can have a couple of Humvees, say, in the cargo bay. It lands, drops them off, and flies off. So something so that you can have a little bit of more heavier weaponry delivered onto the ground, which you can't do.
Right.
But then you could say, "Oh, we'll just use the beaming technology to send it down." So
that's what I was going to say.
Not always going to work. I mean, there could be interference.
I never really
technology
thought
doesn't work to go through shields. So
Right.
I mean, if there's interference
Mhm.
in the atmosphere, then the beaming technology is not going to work. So a shuttle
Yeah, that's
or
true.
transport makes more sense,
Mhm.
unless they're just going to use an L cache.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say just use the little those pyramid like ships or whatever like they fly
Yeah.
around. I mean, not necessarily the ones that the system lords had, you know, the small, you know what I mean. Anyway,
Yeah, more transport ships.
yeah.
So are y'all feeling that the need here is closer to going to bring the veneer back for the Asgard tech and make them a natural
Mhm.
villain almost in a sequel series, a continuation series
Yeah.
like this? Or is it best for us to continue to explore the Asgard tech bit by bit?
I
What
could
is the
see the
need?
veneer like maybe stealing the Asgard database because they would have maybe the technology to get it. And I mean, we would probably still have some of it that had been down, you know, just in other research
I
or
don't
whatever.
know. I
But
think
if
the
you wanted to
veneer
make
are
a
logical.
villain, yeah,
Yeah,
but they may
the
think
veneer are
that
more logical than that.
it's logical to take this knowledge away from humans because they think we'll do bad things with it or whatever.
Well, it depends how much of that knowledge do they know
Mhm.
already.
Right.
They advanced in
A
their own
good portion of
direction,
it, they
so
probably do, I'm sure. But they may just feel that humanity shouldn't have it for
Well,
whatever
they
reason.
could.
would it be a need to just to open up discussions with the veneer one way or another?
Mhm.
Are,
Yeah.
are the veneer a need in New Stargate?
Have you
No.
spoken about the existence of the Stargate program being public?
Not yet.
Not today. We have it before, right?
No, not today.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Is that going to be something we talk about?
It can be, yeah, definitely. We're just making a list of the needs we need. So
Yeah,
far.
this is general needs basically. You know, general ideas of what it needs in the show,
Right.
isn't it?
So far,
Yeah.
we've got Siler,
Like we
Walter,
need good writing.
Lorne,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Asgard Tech.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I said,
Mhm.
Sylar is the most important.
Right.
There's no one else going to let Teok shoot him with with his
Right.
staff blaster. Yeah.
Well, we do need to know, is it public or not? I mean, that's
Yes.
Well,
I think pretty key
the
to
movie
what's going
Stargate
on.
Revolution was going to reveal the Stargate program to the world.
Right.
So let's imagine
Yeah.
that. Obviously, Brad wrote that. Let's
Mhm.
imagine that in his mind it happened. We just
Right.
didn't see it. I think that's where they're
Right.
going to go with it.
Right. I don't think that's a good idea, but I could
I don't
see.
think so either.
But it would lead to a lot of interesting stories, I guess, and conflicts and things like that.
I don't
Well,
think
it would erupt the world, wouldn't it? If
Mhm.
all of a sudden
Yeah.
right now we found out Donald
Mhm.
Trump had, well, I say Donald Trump because he's the actual real life president,
Sure.
but like he was in charge of the Stargate, right?
Mhm.
The world would go nuts. They'd probably shut it down for a little bit. It could be up to
Right.
15
Oh,
years.
please,
That could explain why we've been waiting so long. Up to 15 years while the Stargate program hasn't existed.
it would be World War
Yeah.
3 because no one would.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
the
think
US
I think so
I
too.
think it would be a huge mistake for them to
Right.
actually declassify it
Right.
for the public.
I don't think the IOA would even be able to
Right.
protect the Stargate from if everyone knows about it.
I'd be afraid it'd become a political
Wouldn't-
show though, and we'd lose like the adventure. Like they'd get caught up in all of that, the drama around all of that, rather than it being an adventure exploration show.
The second the Stargate program is
Stargate was
declassified
propaganda
on Earth,
for the military.
Yes.
What do they really want to do? Propaganda for the military now?
Mhm.
one way or another, the second the Stargate is declassified on Earth,
Mhm.
there's no longer a Stargate show in what we remember it as. And
Yeah.
sure, the show has to evolve, but does it
Yes.
need to evolve in a way that it's just going to end up a political show on Earth where really 70 to 80% of the things that are happening are on Earth? Because that does not sound like
Mhm.
fun to me. That does not sound like a good, fun space adventuring.
No.
From almost not necessarily a family show, but not at the same time. Kind of like we said earlier, it doesn't fit that bill, and it would get bogged down in far too much.
Well, my thinking is they declassified it, let's say in 2010, 2011.
Mhm.
It's been a while. It's already public knowledge. But let's look at reality, right? They declassified a lot of UFO stuff.
Mhm.
In real life, no one gives a shit. Like, no one gives a crap.
They just did a bunch
Right?
of stuff last week in Nevada.
So
Yeah. But I don't
Like-
know, Stargate is different. than
Yeah.
declassifying
is it?
UFOs.
People are so
Because
like in their
it's
own
a
heads and in their
portal.
own lives. Are they going to care?
Even the difference there is, hey, there's aliens on Earth. There's people visiting us. There's crazy stuff, whatever that might be.
Yeah, aliens exist.
What am I going to do about it?
Civilized worlds are out there.
What am I going to do about it? The second I know there's a gate that I can go walk to over in Nevada, that I can go transport myself into a different world. Hey, and not to bring up a sad topic or anything, but anybody that might have been contemplating like taking their own life or anything like that, that changes literally an entire subset of people on this planet that would be like, we're going to go bum rush this place now. It's no longer, I don't know what to do. Oh, maybe an alien might come pick me up or something. Oh, maybe there are spaceships. I could maybe try to build one over the next 20, 30 years. No. There's a gate I can go walk into tomorrow if I want to, over here.
Right.
It would change everything.
Right. And then just
Harris is just sneaking into the
there's going to be like nutty people that would like worship it or think you're messing with God or something crazy,
Just if the Area 51 little Naruto run thing that almost happened, if people are willing to get tens of thousands of people together to do that, or at least plan it out and actually make it a thing before the government's like, nope, you're not doing that. It's if they knew, like, got 100% confirmation that something was there, that run would have happened. There would be probably a lot of people that wouldn't have made it too far into Area 51.
You don't think like China's going to just be like, oh, we'll take that. We have a billion people that can go in and do it.
China tried to take it in universe as well.
Well, in universe, the second you drop, like, not only just human beings wanting to, just the average Joes of the world, every government will now have a reason, not just like, hey, let's go open up some peace talks with the U.S. No. The rest of the world would be like, we're going to go take that. We're going to take that. We're going to build we're going to build a facility in Antarctica in neutral territory where no single country has jurisdiction. That in
Antarctica.
World War III begins on all of the U.S.'s doorstep trying to get that thing. No matter how.
But I don't see
neutral territory in universe that Carter mentions at the end of Stargate Atlantis. Moon base. Oh no! Is it Atlantis or is it in start of Stargate Universe? Actually, I think it's Stargate Universe. He mentions the moon base.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that thought. There is that thing that people are saying where they think that Atlantis will be on the moon and it will become the SGC.
That would be cool.
Which I don't agree with.
I hope
not.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah, that's what I hope. I hope it goes back to Pegasus as well.
I just saw that. I was like, no.
And then how do you regulate it? Because there can only be one on Earth, right? Or can we have?
No, you can only have one.
I guess there was two.
You can dictate which one works by not
the one that's connected to a dialing device takes priority over the other one.
Right.
We've seen that in universe because the Russians had the dialing device, which is why they were able to have the gate from another world connected to theirs rather than.
But how do you control it and administrate it and give everybody fair time? And there's going to be not just the resources you can get from the universe through it, but people are going to be like, hey, take a vacations for millionaires or whatever.
Well,
resort planets.
I don't want to necessarily put my foot in the sand and all that, but I'm not going to be convinced that if the Stargate program is just blatantly just tossed out there and given to public information, I don't think they can write a good enough way to make it make sense that the world's peaceful.
Having a conspiracy.
There's F-302. There's F-302 wreckage all over the world at this point in universe because they've had a battle in space in orbit of the Earth. We've had a battle in Antarctica.
Area 51 didn't get blown up, but at least the
F-302s. The F-302s are made of metal that is not native to Earth. So one person gets a hold of a piece of that. We've seen what happens because it happened in universe where that friend of Carter's tried to blackmail the government.
The rich guy, the Elon Musk guy.
He helped because he helped develop the 302. So
You're right, Harris.
Yeah. Those were a couple big ones. I was like, I don't remember what we were saying for a second there. That just kind of rocked my brain. Yeah, that's. I think ultimately, Popcorn. This makes the most sense. Making the Stargate program public knowledge is a one-trick pony that will exhaust itself quickly. And there's an in-universe explanation that not only backs that up, but ticks the box and says yes, that's how it works. And it's Lantera, right? Isn't that the Jonas Quinn planet?
Langara. Yeah.
Langara. Okay. They're the best example.
Is that the name that they changed it to?
Yeah,
they changed the name, didn't they? Was that the name they changed it to, or was that the name from before?
I think
once all the nations are united,
they joined up
the
and
name
then
of the
changed
planet,
it. Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah. Like that quintessentially changed the face of their planet.
Yeah.
Not just a city, not just a country or two. It quintessentially
because at that point, Jonas was essentially in charge of the whole planet.
Yeah,
they were all listening to him. I don't think he was officially in charge, but I think as advisor, he was the most powerful person above it. Because of his experience and knowledge.
He's ruling from the shadows. Just kidding. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Yep.
But that is something that no matter what they do with this, the Stargate program either being public knowledge or a spacefaring civilization.
Langara was the second name, by the way.
It's a need, right? Don't we agree that it's a need, that there needs to be an acknowledgement of where we're at today with the Stargate program, or at least.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we can, let it be public knowledge that maybe we've developed more advanced spaceships and stuff. I think that's fine. But
especially like Melvin just pointed out, if people are walking around the globe and hey, I know probably 24 people that I didn't know this before the internet, but I know a lot of people who have metal detectors and just walk around every now and then. I feel like there's a lot of us that know a lot more people with metal detectors than we think.
Yeah.
And,
look, there's a piece of metal. Oh, wait a second. This doesn't feel right. It feels extremely light for its, for its dexterity. I mean, I can feel in my fingers that it's not an ordinary metal. I'm going to put it under a microscope. Oh, hello. I've never seen this metal before, and I'm a geologist. I should know.
Or hey, I don't know this. I'm gonna send it off to a lab and see if I just made some new discovery and can make a bunch of money off of it. Or ooh, what if I could do this with it, or this, or people are just people are people.
But you wouldn't because because you would be finding a refined piece of the ore. Well, you're not finding the ore. You're finding a refined piece of the alloy.
And sooner or later, they're going to find out that is not earthen based.
Yeah.
It's an alloy, which means it's not a natural element in the first place. It's a combination of elements. And two, it's got an element that's not found on the planet. It's actually not even found in the solar system.
Right.
So you can't say an asteroid came down and had, was it trinium ore in it or something?
Yeah.
So no, it doesn't have it.
If Earth, and hopefully it's not, but if there were kind of the Earth and politics and the programs, all that, and all these things that we don't really want happening started to happen. Alex did bring up a point. Considering there are multiple territorial claims to Antarctica, but with a peace treaty setting up the Stargate there, could make a very interesting political aspect to it. Right. That might be a happy medium in a lot of ways.
I just don't want the show to get bogged down in political stuff.
Yeah,
it's fine to have that there. I mean, even in the original, they had political things going on, but.
So I said something in my Fallout video where I was talking about the politics of the universe of Fallout. Now, I think this would apply because if they stick to a politics that fits into the Stargate universe, not real life, that would be the way to do it. Because in Fallout, yes, it's political, but it's a very different politics to the politics we know because it's based on and continuing from the 50s, which is the Cold War. So the politics is that's footing. That's the footing they're in Fallout because they haven't advanced past that because the Soviet Union didn't fall or whatever. But then in Stargate, they can essentially, they can do what they want if it fits in universe. So as long as something fits in universe, they've got Brad advising. Obviously, I mean he's a consultant, right?
Yep.
I don't think he has any power really to do anything. He's a consultant, isn't he? As far as I know, he's a consultant. So he doesn't have any power officially,
right?
Other than to tell them, well, that would work, but I mean, I think it will fit more in universe if you do it this way. It's their choice whether they listen to his advice or not, right?
Right.
So they can go with the way they want, or they can modify their idea to go with what Brad says. So it fits in universe. Or they can just go, oh, I'll tell you what, let's get Mark Fergus in as a secondary consultant along with Brad. I'm pretty sure that they would get on, to be honest. I mean,
right. It'd be interesting.
Mark Fergus.
I kind of want to see them.
Stargate.
I kind of would like to see them put their heads together over Stargate. I think that could be really interesting.
I've always said it. Look what Mark Fergus and Paul Cosby did with The Expanse. They completely improved. They improved it greatly from because I think they took over in season 2, didn't they? And the way it was done is completely different to season 1, and it's phenomenal.
I got to rewatch.
So I'd love them. I'd love Mark Fergus to be involved. I mean, I've always said it ever since I heard Mark Fergus wrote the Bible for Amazon, didn't he? So
yeah.
Well, Garrow's not using that Bible because Garrow brought in his own treatment.
No, he won't. I mean, he's got Brad, right? And he's and so that. So
nonetheless,
it would be nice. It would be nice to have Mark involved because he's wanted it ever since he was offered the job. He was offered the job, and then they was like, no, changed our mind. Yeah. Really?
This is interesting because I was about to bring this up. Both of these comments back to back are awesome. Tim says Martin Garrow will listen to Brad Wright. Peter says Brad could just be an optics hire and have zero involvement.
I don't think that.
Remember, they're both true. Yeah. It's up to Garrow. It's up to Garrow to decide whether he wants to go with what Brad says.
It's up to the studio to decide whether they want to listen and let Garrow do what he wants to do in that. Too.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, the one bad thing about it being Amazon is they have, at least with Rings of Power, already shown that, hey, we'll call Peter Jackson and say, we're going to do some Lord of the Rings stuff. You want to be involved? And then literally get him on board to be like, yeah, we're doing Rings of Power real quick.
You had to bring that
never
up.
Get to the thing ever.
Right.
You had to bring that up because I did watch Jay's video a little while, early before the stream. And I'm specifically the one about the mistakes, the Star Trek mistakes. Warning for Stargate. I did watch that, and I agree with most of what Jay's saying in that. But I think I was looking at it, and I started thinking broader. I wasn't looking at just Star Trek because he was comparing. He was concentrating on Star Trek and Stargate. But the way I was looking as there are mistakes that we've seen across all of entertainment. We've seen it with Star Trek, yes. We've seen it with Lord of the Rings. We've seen that. We've seen the mistakes that have been made in Lord of the Rings done in a way that's more receptive in House of the Dragon, because they're both as messaging as possible, but in House of the Dragon, it's done in a far better way, more enjoyable. It's more. It's not in your face stuff like with Lord of the Rings.
Right,
Rings of Power.
To it. Just the writing is just better. I mean, it really comes down to the writing. You got to have things that feel natural, organic. You can't just say like, okay, we want to send this message. It's kind of like, anyway, you get what I'm saying. We have to not be in your face kind of thing. It needs to be organic.
Definitely not, do not look at Acolyte, because if you look at Acolyte, no one's going to want to watch it. Because look what happened after Acolyte. The Skeleton Crew came out. No one watched it.
Skeleton Crew was actually so good. It's one of my favorites.
It wasn't horrible. I liked it.
Loved it.
It was so good in comparison to what we've had from Star Wars before. Skeleton Crew is one of the best ones we've had in the last 5 years before it came out. So if you look at it that way, that's what you don't want them to do. You don't want them to go, oh, I'm going to look at the Star Trek universe and then go, oh, I'm going to make it more like the 2009 movies. That's more Star Wars than Star Trek. I think J.J. Abrams got confused and thought Star Trek was Star Wars, to be honest. Because it is very Star Wars-like.
Tim doubles down and brings up a point again. They had Brad and Joe on Dial the Gate with Martin announcing it. I think it's more than just optics.
Yeah, I don't think it's optics either.
Yeah.
But again,
for real.
I think he is going to be an active consultant, but it's whether they decide to go with what he,
that's the big thing,
right?
Just
even if having Brad and Joe as optics, whatever you say,
right?
Hero isn't an optics hire, and he worked on Stargate as well. So
yeah,
that is the saving grace in a big way, hopefully.
And I can't see why Giro wouldn't want to listen to Brad unless, he has a better idea, a more modern take on something or whatever. Then maybe Brad
I don't think.
But the thing is, if Brad says something like, "Oh, you should go like this," the way I was going to go in my movie and have Jack killed off or something. No. Well, we don't want to see Jack killed off, right? We don't want O'Neill killed off.
You don't.
Yeah, it makes y'all two might not be in agreement there, but I think that we're 50.
I want him to retire and, like others, marry Carter. That would be nice.
I want him to go out on a saving the world or something.
Love Jack and Sam to have their relationship and all that. Realistically, Jack's like 18 years older than her. Let him die. Let him be peaceful, and let Sam actually live the next 20 years of her life doing what she could do. Like it's unfair for her to be bogged down with a character that the audience. Well, hey, I started off with I would love to see them get together, but the fact that they never did over 10 seasons, they're all this military stuff. There's no way Sam's not military.
Yeah, but that's the fraternization in the military.
Right. If he's retired, then they're good. They can be together.
Yeah, exactly. If
it's their choice. I just think he should go out saving the world, and then you bring O'Neill back as bring back the clone as O'Neill. And he
I think
then that way you get a younger person, doing that same kind of character.
I think it'd be both more in Jack's character to do that and have some awesome, cool, beautiful, emotional, heartfelt send-off. And also it's proven to be in Jack's character to say, hey, I am like way older than you. Hey, I know this is a will we, won't we, but also you deserve to live a life that somebody can actually give you rather than, and that you want, rather than come hang out with me fishing on a dock that you have zero want to be at. As much as we love it,
yeah, she's always
Jack loves Sam too much to bog her down with himself.
No. Yeah. We've seen multiple alternate realities where they've been together.
Sure.
So many. They are destined to be together.
Yeah.
Or you could do wasn't there
and the only difference in those realities is that Sam Sam isn't in the military, she's a scientist. And that's why they're together.
Right.
Yeah.
What about
the fact they're both in the military is why they're not together?
Well,
wasn't there a script written where they were together but
the whole toothbrush thing? Yeah, but no matter what, Brad doesn't seem to want to actually keep them together at the end of the day. And I'm okay with that. I think that's the way they've been written. And even in the Ashin reality, whenever we go to the future and Sam's gone scientist, nobody has to be military anymore. Jack just disagrees with them on what they should be doing. He's nowhere to be seen. Sam's not only moved on with her life, she's getting married and has a husband and has
Jack.
She's just worrying about children at that point. Every single time Stargate has given us the opportunity and option to do that, they haven't done it, and they haven't done that for a reason, because it's not, and I know this is divisive, but it's not right for the character. As much as we, as the audience, love both of them and want them to get together, Jack is such a well-written character over these 10 seasons and other shows that he knows that's not right. He's just not right for her. As much as it's great, as much as we all want it to happen, it doesn't make sense.
I'd say they're perfect for each other.
They are perfect for each other, and you can see how perfect they are for each other when alternate Sam comes. Because
and I don't know if it's even a question whether they would be good together or not, as if
but they're exactly the same person. The only difference
should happen is
one went military, one didn't. They're the same person.
That's not the same person, though. Literally, Sam staying in science and not going the military route takes the captain. It takes so much of her mental acuity out of it.
But it's the fact. It's the fact that even though it's a different universe and one of them took a different path, it still brought them together in the first place.
Sure.
So that's also written in the stars. It's written in the
in the
Stargate.
Stargate.
It's written in the back room whenever people are getting a lot
That's
of
what
stuff
all the
online.
Maybe
chevrons are actually letters,
star-crossed.
and it says Sam and Jack forever.
It's definitely not the writer saying, "Oh yeah, we are definitely not just giving a bone to the audience that wants this and is writing dozens and dozens of fan fictions." And
No,
right.
it's been there from the start.
I know, but I don't know if does anybody
conversation
want to
If this is
see
UK
like
versus USA debate, it definitely
an
is.
old man like love story. I don't know if anybody wants to see that.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean,
We
it's
don't-
all happened off
We
screen.
don't have to
We
see it as
haven't
a
seen
story.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We could just see them like walking together. And
There's
like,
better love
they're
stories they
married.
could do, I think.
Literally,
No, they could just
Jack in Stargate SG-1 has like a dozen better love stories than he has with Sam in the series itself. With women he just meets on planets.
and never goes back to sea, I might add.
He has
Sure.
one
Sure,
that
but
he never goes
literally
back to see. And
feel
then he has
more
that
for men
random
in
woman
those
who works for the
moments.
government
Yeah.
who he just fucks off because he wants to be with Sam. That's the whole point of
Mm.
that episode.
nonetheless,
Yeah.
nonetheless, let's put this into perspective. He's so unwilling to break his own. He knows that he's unwilling to break his own like persona to be with her. Because even after
It's
all
not
this-
about persona. It's not about persona. It was about rules. It
No,
was the
not
rules.
after that.
Actually, yeah,
After
and you
that.
can prove that. Best
Yeah.
episode ever, window of opportunity, when there were no rules, no
Right.
ramifications
He
for his
did
actions. What did
do
he
a
do?
resignation paper though before he gets her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He resigned before he
Yes.
went to her.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, even in all of these cases, every time
What about
that they can,
what about the
that-
episode
let me
with
finish. Every
what
time.
about the episode? What about the episode with the brainwashing? The whole reason they thought they were spies was because they were
didn't
in
want
love
to
with each
confess their
other
love for
and
each
they
other.
were hiding it. They couldn't admit it because it was wrong. Because
No
it was
one-
wrong. Because it was against the rules of
No
military
one's
conduct.
saying otherwise. They
No.
love each other. That's been
Yeah.
written.
They
in there
have from the
since day one.
start.
That doesn't mean they're right for each other. And
It
Jack
doesn't mean
is-
they're right to be together. Even if
and
they
he knows
fit well,
well
it's
enough.
just not the right thing. Like star-crossed
If
lovers.
there,
kind
were,
of
if
thing.
there was ever anyone more perfect, like it shouldn't be Romeo and Juliet, it should be Jack and Sam. Like,
Yeah.
Just
Well,
rename the
no,
book.
sadly, and Jack time and time again proves he's not, because even all of these different
Right.
realities, everything that happens,
Yeah.
what does Jack always do? He doesn't go
Lie.
to Sam. He never
Right.
once goes to Sam unless it's some
Yep.
alternate timeline that nothing's ever going
Mhm.
to matter. If it's not going to
Something going-
matter,
Yeah.
if it's not going to matter, I'll go do it. If it's not going to matter, I'll go hang out with Sam. Is what he does. If it
Yeah.
matters,
I agree.
every single time he just goes, sits back at his cabin and avoids the hell out of Sam and doesn't try.
Right.
And that's not what Sam needs.
There you
wants,
go.
or
David.
anything.
David has.
He's a
just
grumpy
solved
old
your
man
issue
by
with
the
it.
end of the
Yeah.
show.
David has just solved your issue with it.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. Ultimately, this is that. We're just having a fun debate, but yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I just had a
I
thought
completely
about.
disagree with you.
I'm
you've just
fine with
said,
them like
because
having tried it and now it's over and they're just
yeah.
I disagree with what
friends
you
or
just
whatever.
said, because the only reason he's never gone to Sam is because he's always been in the military. When he retired and was off
The
screen,
Ashin,
it was
the
then heavily
Ashin.
implied.
Season
were
2 or
together.
3. Season 2 or 3 with the Ashin. Literally,
Right.
he leaves her and the rest of the team alone for what seems like
That's
decades.
because he did. That's because he didn't agree with the military.
So he leaves his best
the
friend
Ashin.
and the person he loves for the next few decades, lets her go off, get married.
That
and
was only
have
like season
children.
2 or 3.
Right.
Exactly. And then they continue to write him that same way for the rest of the series. Every opportunity he
Yeah.
gets, he's going to go sit at a cabin and go fishing instead of go
Yeah.
follow and try to court or woo the love of his life. If that's the
Mhm.
case, he's not the right person for Sam, and he knows that. Sam might not, but he knows that, and he's intelligent enough and emotionally intelligent enough, thankfully, to
Mhm.
not bog Sam
Let me
down.
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think Sam enjoys fishing in universe?
No,
No,
not at
no.
all.
Why
She's
the
like- he'd
hell
always
would
want
she
to
go
ask
to him
her.
and fish?
Well,
Then
why did
why
he go
would-
fishing if he knows
Why
she doesn't
would
like
she
it?
actually take the time to actually
He went
go
fishing
and fish
because
with
she
him?
knows he
Hey,
enjoys it.
let me
She
ask you,
spends time
when was
with him.
have you ever taken a gal on a date and she absolutely hates something? Do you ever bring her on that date again? Typically,
She hates fishing. He
There's
would try
like
to ask her,
literally-
and she always would get out of it.
That depends, because if she's staying for on that date because she thinks I'm enjoying it, then and she doesn't tell me that she didn't enjoy it, then I will probably end up taking her to the same place again later on.
Sure.
No,
she says
later on during the relationship, because obviously you don't go to the same place on dates. You don't take a girl to the same place twice when you're dating them. But you dump her. If they tell you that they didn't like it, they didn't have a good time, then you do something different. You find out what they want to do.
And we went
I
through
think their relationship's a little bit more nuanced than just going on a date.
But the thing is, it was
they're
more
actually
about
genuinely spending time together, and she wanted to go and spend time with him. It doesn't matter what they did; he chose fishing, and that's it.
Right.
Well, sure.
And she didn't want to go. She could have went with him, and she didn't. She could have chose to go with him fishing a couple times.
She's been out to that cabin. She's hung out with him. He has never been willing to take his own.
And when
time
she was there, it was usually like Daniel and Teal'c were with her too, weren't they? It was like they were all there to hang out with him or whatever.
He is time and time again proven he's not willing to take
technically they're not
his life with her. And
technically they're not there. Technically they're not there to hang out with him. They're a tight-knit team. You see it in special forces. In reality, they will do everything they can together, regardless of whether they're on duty, on leave, whatever. They will, at some point, they will get together and do something, because they can't spend much time apart because of the bonds that they share. That's why the group. That's why the SG-1 was almost all the time was together when they were off duty. Mm-hmm. You see them at the cabin; they all go in for a fish, but they're not necessarily going for a fish. They're going to hang out. They're going to relax, unwind, have a beer, go. Maybe throw a fishing line out, a hook out, whatever.
Star Wars.
Which one?
Watch Star Wars.
Hold on.
The Simpsons. No.
Star Trek is mentioned more often, so maybe that's what they're watching.
Yeah.
He did want to name the name a ship. Enterprise. We can't do that. Mm-hmm. You can now.
We have done that though. That's the thing. There is a space shuttle named Enterprise, wasn't there?
Well, that's the thing. That existed in universe, which is why you couldn't name another ship of the same name, because it's unlucky. Right. So because you got an aircraft carrier in a military ship named Enterprise, you can't have another ship in any branch named the same name. The Enterprise shuttle was different.
They don't in real life name anything Daedalus or Prometheus is gone, but you know what I mean. Right. Whatever we have existing.
Okay,
there's a reason they
usually what former presidents or something is what usually happens, or
that's aircraft carriers, isn't it?
Gerald R.
Ford, stuff like that.
Generals.
The aircraft carriers tend to be named after presidents and former generals, don't they?
Yeah.
Or admirals.
Yeah. McCain got a ship named after him, I think. Did he?
It's like a lot of ships in the U.S. Navy are named some really unusual names. I was like, isn't there one called like the Jean-Paul Jones? Who's that? I don't know him.
There isn't one. I want one.
Isn't that the basis for Led Zeppelin?
We've got one in, I don't know if it's in military or if it's just a random boat, but in the UK, there was like a competition thing to name this boat, and they ended up being called Boaty McBoatface.
Yes, the submarine thing. It's not military, but it's
they can't do that anymore because everybody does the McFace thing every time.
I like it. Mick everything. Let's do it, y'all.
Of course you would.
Might be a Mick. I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay. So far, we need Lorne involved somehow. We need.
He has to be because he's in the universe anyway.
There will be there will be Asgard tech regardless because all our ships are covered.
Yeah. We already have.
We need Asgard tech an update in how it is being utilized in current day.
Yes.
We need acknowledgement of either a space program or the Stargate itself as public to Earth. Yeah. And we also need WTF happened with Sam and Jack. That's how far we've gotten so far. What's next?
They got married.
Anyway,
just whatever, something happened with them. I think we explored that subject well enough.
I think we had like a 15.
I do have a thought about having it all public, because I actually have something that would work in universe. Like in the real life, there's a conspiracy, right? So in the real world, in our real world, there is a conspiracy that says that Steven Spielberg. I did watch Jay's video, but I know this from other sources as well. But I saw that Steven Spielberg is a member of a group that is actually trying to make it so that when aliens do arrive, when aliens arrive, we're not going to be afraid of them because we'll be used to having them around because we've seen them in movies and everything like that.
Yeah, they've been
you can have something like that.
To alien
Desensitizing us.
Yes.
Yeah, you could have that in the Stargate universe. Then, wormhole extreme.
Yeah,
that conspiracy would work in us. So it could be public. The public don't be about it.
The
Wormhole Extreme, the animated series.
That's kind of what I was getting at earlier with people just going with their own lives. With the UFO disclosure now, there's people that are just like, I don't care, I don't believe it. Like, there's so many thoughts. Like, I don't know where I sit. Like, I've always believed.
Well, do you want to know where I sit with that? Where I sit with all that is, I don't really care because who are we? We're not important enough for them to visit. So what's the problem? I mean, they're probably just coming here by accident. They're like, oh look, there's a radio broadcast.
It's like a wrong turn at the Andromeda Galaxy.
Yeah,
they're just like, oh shit, they're human. Oh shit, they're human. Boom,
or does the fact that we have the Asgard technology attract other alien races? Like it gets out there in the universe, and there's other alien races that want that knowledge or think, oh, okay, they've evolved now, we can contact them.
So
either way,
so now we're in a good place because. Yeah, now we're bringing in new alien races that we know, maybe alien races that we've heard of but we haven't seen, like the evil, bloodthirsty Furlings. Right?
Yes.
I hate this. I hate that Jay has made Furlings evil. I hate it. I get it in my comments. No. On TikTok and on YouTube.
Because you think of them as cute little koala bears.
Didn't Jay say that they were evil Ewoks or something?
Yeah.
Evil Ewoks.
Literally.
But they look like the koala bears.
The other day, I had so many different fucking evil Ewok comments. I'm like, have you been talking to Jay?
I think I got some flack once.
I love evil Ewoks. I'm for it. Let's do it.
I got some flack once because I can't remember if it was in a live or in one of my videos where I said the Furlings don't necessarily have to have fur. It's only the name of the species.
Yes. Scales. There we go.
Yeah, they could have scales.
Fur in their language.
Contrary to popular belief, not all humans hum.
Okay, so I've written one down.
Asgard are made of ass.
That's a need. The Furlings. That's a need.
Not all Asgard were necessarily bald.
Eater of beings with fur.
I could just imagine an Asgard sitting around somewhere in front of his desk in universe with like a Mohican or something.
Okay. So while we're on Furlings, I did just write down another need. And I didn't check with y'all first.
It's not a need.
I wrote it down
anyway. Furlings.
Yeah, it's not a need for the Furlings. It is a need to expand on alien species from Milky Way and Pegasus galaxies. I think we have to see more of them.
They need to bring back some semblance of what we had before.
The Una.
I would say the Wraith, 100%, because that plot hole was never solved. Does my head look weird? I don't know what the fuck. I'll keep looking at it. It's like warping or something.
No, that's the Stargate behind you. You're falling into it.
And it doesn't help with the chat in front of you either.
No, I'm changing the angle. There you go. A little more human now. Yeah, the Wraith, 100%.
Yes.
We need to see them because that was never solved.
Yep.
Todd!
You need to see the Jafar because they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
They may not be great and Silk and stuff, but they'll be Jafar.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who else? I'd love to see the Tolan again because some of them must have survived.
Yeah, they were far too powerful.
Not so well, but
no more space vampires. But we have to kind of at least do something with the Wraith. I mean, they're out there. We can't just ignore they exist.
Time dilation.
Think about the relationships with the Wraith now. Like we already had, was it Todd in the very last season? They had like an alliance with him.
Atlantis when it landed on outside San Francisco, wasn't it? He was on Atlantis.
He's on Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, on Earth. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it made it
Didn't
really
didn't they bring him out to have a look? Didn't they actually bring him out as a reward to this is Earth? You finally get to see it.
I have that episode literally in my CapCut right now. I can tell you. Give me 1 second.
Yep, we had a good discussion about that earlier. Secular.
Also, howdy.
Yeah.
No, he's not on the balcony.
No.
He's not. Oh, he isn't. That's right.
No.
Well, I'm pretty sure they brought him outside somewhere.
Wait, what balcony again? Sorry.
The Atlantis
Maybe not on
balcony,
the
you know how it
balcony.
ends. They're all standing out.
Not on the balcony at the end.
No, he's
Oh,
in
okay.
the cell.
No.
John's talking to him, and then the scene switches, and they're on the balcony, and Todd's not there.
I do love the scene when Lorne, just to bring him back in, standing on the balcony.
That they did.
Yeah.
Maybe I just wish they did that with Todd. Yeah.
This is what you could have had.
No, it's not what we could have. It's what we should have had.
Well, okay, so I did star a couple other ones. Shadow Adventures has given us a few great topics. We did just mention Pegasus and Milky Way. We really do need something involving the Andromeda Galaxy, Shadow says. Do you think that is a necessity? Or do we need to catch up in our own galaxies first before this? Because I would love to explore some more.
Right.
We never explored Ida.
But we got to catch up first.
With the
I
Ida
think that's a
Galaxy,
down
where
the
Asgard
road
from,
thing.
They went
I think we just got to
twice.
catch everything up first, I think.
Yeah, it might make more sense to go Ida first.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I mean, I don't think there's any necessity to even go to Ida. The only reason they went to Ida was just to say that the Asgard were from a different galaxy. Like it needs to make sense in the story. Just going to another galaxy for the sake of going to another galaxy, doesn't
And
make
also to broaden the view, our introduction to the replicators.
Yeah.
Because up to that point, we had only only really seen a few human form replicators, and then they were in the time dilation. Then they reversed it, and then all of a sudden, we had super replicators, and that was terrible.
They were everywhere.
Terrible.
It
wasn't that bad.
Galaxies that
it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad when it was in SG1, but when they extended it to Atlantis, it's like, really? You did it there anyway?
Yeah, that was kind of like, why are we doing this? I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be different, but the same is weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh
Atlantis was functionally going to Andromeda. It was a completely different galaxy with completely different bad guys and experiences. Yeah, even if that were the case, is that where they need to pick it up now, knowing where the story has sat for the last 10, 15 years and where they want to herald it coming back,
I if it was me, I would not look at it as galaxy threats anymore. We already have the threats in the Milky Way, and then there is threats.
I think it'll be too lazy to do it that way.
And we've got threats
lazy to have
in all of those.
galaxy.
Well, there's threats in all those other galaxies that Destiny went through. So we can
Yeah.
just say threats all throughout the universe, and they can come from anywhere. It doesn't matter where they come from.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to see it in universe where we go there and come back and say, yeah, we got a problem.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's the Ori all over again. Sorry, my fault.
Yeah. We need to see sort of the fallout of, since we took out the
And you just
Ori,
know-
like what's the fallout of that?
Yeah,
And
it's
you
like the
just know
monsters
it'll be
finding out
Daniel.
what happened to the people who worship him so much.
Yeah.
You
And
just know that
I
it'll be
agree with
Daniel
that.
and Vala that come back and say, yeah, my fault, sorry. Again.
We did it again, guys.
Just like Jack did, sticking his head in that bloody hole in the wall again.
I
Well,
did it
okay,
again,
you did
sir.
bring up the Ori, and Shadow Adventures just put something in there earlier today, and then Monk just brought it up again. Would Earth still have contact with the people that served the Ori after the Ori were defeated, or did we just cut communications off with them completely? And of course, Monk over here, we just need to find out simply what happened to them as well.
Yeah,
Was it
their
the
entire
Friars?
belief system and way of life was shattered.
I mean, do
and
they
then we left. So what
worship anyway, even though it's not a real?
Well, was it on in the Ori universe galaxy? Wasn't it only the priors that could activate the Supergate?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
had to have a
they
prior to
piloted the
open-
ships and stuff too, right? I think.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
technically, we would be the only ones that could turn that gate on and off.
Mhm.
If we were able to turn it off and on, and we went through it and sit
Mhm.
people
Didn't they
to the
do?
other side.
Didn't we actually do that in the Ark of Truth? We actually turned it on and passed through it without using a nuclear explosion and a black hole. Didn't they literally just press a button and it opened?
Yeah, I can't remember how they opened it, but yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Because they go through, and
Mm.
that's when Daniel gets back with Vala over.
And that's just before the IOA guy just goes keyword search replicator. Literally, that's what he does, isn't it? Just keyword searches replicator.
Okay. The priors
Yeah,
can
I mean,
access
it is
the-
interesting what would have happened to the people of. Well, I don't even know what the galaxy was called. Do we know? Did they ever name the galaxy? Or
The
let's just say
Ori Galaxy.
Celestis Galaxy.
Yeah, they're just,
Right.
Let me Google.
Yeah.
If their entire belief system was it shattered? That's the question. Or did the
Right.
priors keep going,
Right.
but make it more positive?
I would think there are people that would,
Because the priors are the ones that got given the
right.
information.
But maybe there are people that just would still believe anyway, even though it's not real anymore or whatever. They're still going to
it's treated like the Bible.
practice it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They're still going to.
It would
there
still be
are.
the basis of a religion, but it would be like a New
Mhm.
Testament version.
Yeah.
Would there still be people, following the Ori and the prior religion?
Mhm.
And now that these things have been opened, and maybe if there is a ability to go back and forth through the Supergate, or if there are Stargate bridges, those little jump bridges that they have between Pegasus and such, they start doing that with that galaxy. Because whenever I
Popcorn,
Google
if I remember rightly, just to say about Popcorn's comments, didn't the box change? The Ark
Right.
did actually
It just
change.
revealed the
it
truth.
basically
Right.
corrected all the priors, if I remember rightly. All the priors were returned to their human form, and they weren't no longer manipulated to believe in the Ori.
So,
So with the Ark of Truth, when the docile looks into that box, and then all of the Ori staff, I don't know what they call them. The fucking, you know what I mean? They all start
the staff. Yeah, just call it. Yeah, it's just a staff.
Mhm.
That is the same light that is giving out the truth.
Yeah.
So, do the people believe in the Ori anymore? Are they still carrying it on, even if they know the truth? I don't think they would personally.
I
How
think
would
there
that
would
look?
still be some.
I think there would be some people that just would.
No, but if the light was shone in your eyes and you saw the truth right now,
Mhm.
your beliefs would change, and that's what I'm saying. Their beliefs changed because they were all surrounded by the priors. Maybe there is some that I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe there is some that weren't there at the time. But like prostration was a thing that they did at the same time every single day, and they had to be there.
Yeah.
There would be a smaller sect of people that, even if they did witness it, would be like, this is trickery, this is not real, whatever, and they would probably still believe and just do that, just because people are they're just hard-headed a lot of the times.
Yeah, it's hard to, once you believe something, it's very hard to change it for some people.
I don't know.
It depends. It
That
depends.
Magic Box changed the docile, and he was the most believer, the biggest believer.
Yeah.
Well, you don't forget, every religion has their extremist fundamentalists, so they believe in the fundamentals.
Yeah.
You can get a Christian who basically radicalizes himself on the Old Testament. That would be dramatically different to the New Testament that we follow now, say, because the beliefs in the Old Testament are completely different. A lot of
bringing up Old and New Testament. Whenever I Google what galaxy did the Ori come from, the only thing that pops up, they never named it. It's just the Alteran home galaxy. So it's where the ancients originated from. Of course, the Ori left, or the Ori were persecuting them. They left Earth. We know the whole story.
I'm pretty sure that if we knew where that galaxy was in the sky, we'd probably already have a name for it anyway.
So if we're able to get back to it through the Supergate or set up the bridges to get there,
the question is, how far away is that?
But I don't think we start here, though. This is something to get into later on, because
has
you have
to
to
be
explain
pretty
the whole
far.
backstory of everything, and
Just
they're
think
trying
about
to appeal to new people and not just us, fans.
Pegasus is
Oh,
very
yeah,
much
I don't think any of this is actually going to be in the new show. For sure.
No.
No. It is a great discussion.
Forgot why we were talking about this.
It might be.
This is the problem with talking Stargate. This is the problem with talking Stargate. Is you always, other things get involved, and it's like, well, you get someone say a comment in the chat, and it's just like all of a sudden we're talking about other things. It's crazy.
Just before we just jump out on it, though, Popcorn said I really didn't like the ride. They're too overpowered. I don't agree, actually, because the Ancients are literally that. If the Ancients wanted to actually fight, they would have been able to do that since like season 1. That thought, though, leads me into just the last thing we'll think about this before we find something that actually needs to be in New Stargate early on. This would be awesome to see expanded on later. Does the fact that the Ancients came from the same galaxy, now that there's a Supergate, that hell, who knows, the Ancients might be able to just touch it and turn it on for all we know, And they are.
Who's to say that some of the Ancients didn't return there?
That's what I'm saying. Now that they know that their home galaxy is available again, do they go back there? And if that's the case, they might do Ori-like things without trying to overtake like the people in a way.
Well, think about it this way. They were overseeing.
That's breaking their first rule, isn't it? Non-interference.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought was
different.
Like, do we have the Ancients change their rules?
That's the difference. That's the difference.
Oh, okay. Here's a need. Yeah. Here's a need that we can kind of rope back in. Do the Ancients, by the time we're here, have they had the necessity of changing their rules? Because the last time that we see everything Stargate SG-1, the ability to destroy them and wipe them out is not far away. It's kind of at a fingertip's notice.
That's gone. All the knowledge Daniel had when he had Merlin's knowledge, he built it. We're using that knowledge. He won't. That will not be able to be copied again. You'd have to go and get that device and somehow figure out how to recharge it.
Well, that might be a reason to go to the Ori Galaxy real quick.
Yep.
But wasn't that ship destroyed by the Ori fleet?
There's always a way to open a gate.
The thing about it it was sent through the gate. No one was on the ship. It was empty. It was only Adria and that device and the Gould. That was all that was on the ship. That ship would have been destroyed by the Ori fleet on the other side, regardless of the thing going off. Because the people on the ship, the priors, they wouldn't have known that device was there. They wouldn't have known it went off until Adria ascended and told them.
So all of this, just roping into even the simpler question, because Popcorn just said, please, gods, let's just get rid of all the ascended beings.
Exactly.
Is bringing back the ascended aspect of Stargate, is that a need early on? Is that something that we can write down as a need?
I think having it,
for me,
I think having it remain needs to happen. Obviously, it happened and they exist. Having it be such a core focal point, I don't. Why did people call me? No.
So Ascension.
That's why I put mine on Do Not Disturb.
I guess we have to touch. I don't know if that's something you need right away. I mean, I suppose maybe you have to touch on it to explain some things. Maybe it depends on what the story is.
I think that's like I've said before. I mean, they need to build up the new show first. They need to establish their footing before they move on to something more serious. Because that's the important thing. That we need to see where they're going with it. We need to know have an idea of what they're planning. But also, we need to meet the cast. We need to meet the characters and get to know them. That's what the first season should be.
Yeah.
Regardless, I mean, we don't just jump in and say, "Oh, we're at war. We're fighting. We're in a big battle." It's like you could have a firefight. That could be the opening sequence, and then all of a sudden, the new team comes through the gate and they're back at the SGC, and they're like, "Oh, Then we meet them, find out their names. It's a dramatic start. It gets people interested in the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
It's something we didn't have in SG1 because they were establishing it in a different way. We had Children of the Gods,
right. Then the movie they were come off of too. So
yeah, we had Apophis come through the gate, take the girl, then leave. That was it. That has you interested. You're like, well, that happened in the beginning. That's the start of the show. Seriously, I'm going to carry on watching this. So they need to do something similar so that we get to know that. But they can have the dramatic post-credit scene. Well, pre-credit scene. The pre-opening sequence before the opening sequence. We have them come in under fire or something, and kind of like a joke version, like where they had those arrows following them through the gate or something. Yeah, something dramatic. But you can't just jump in and say, "Oh, we got. Oh, look, the Goa'uld are back." So really, that's lazy. Yeah, in my opinion, to have the Goa'uld back and establishing themselves in the first season of a new continuation show, that's lazy thinking.
Yeah. I think the Goa'uld storyline I think got used up pretty well. I don't want to go back to it. There's more interesting things you could do.
But I mean, like I've said before, I do like the idea. I do like the idea of any surviving Goa'uld going to the planet of the Tok'ra and saying, "Look, I want to repent. I want to give up this host. If can you find me a volunteer host?" I mean, once you take the Goa'uld away from the sarcophagus, is that going to start changing them back to more being more like the Tok'ra? Because they're not under the influence of all that radiation. I mean, look what happened to Daniel when he was put multiple times. His mind was starting to change, and that's what
it was like a drug.
Building the story. It was building the story for why the Goa'uld are like how they are. So you take that out of it, then they could be they could go to the planet the Tok'ra on and say, "Look, there's no I don't want to be like this anymore. I'm willing to give up this host. If there is another one willing to to take me, that sort of thing, and then start reforming themselves."
Right.
Let's say the galaxy's been at peace for the last 15 years. The Lucian Alliance might, be causing things here and there. Let's just say the galaxy's been at peace.
The Lucian Alliance for the first season will have to be the big bad.
Sure,
because it was established. It was established. It was established towards the end of SG1. It was established.
SG
and in universe, it was established that they are the bad. They became the big bad after the Goa'uld were defeated and after the Ori were defeated.
Yeah.
So
they adopted a lot of the
human against human
technology.
It's going to be humans against humans. Because it's our nature. We're not.
Yeah. Blow up the White House or Pentagon or whatever it was in SGU.
Well, it's better than burning it down, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced the Tok'ra are all that good. They might be a hell of a lot better than the Goa'uld, but time and time again, they don't like any of the other species. They're completely xenophobic. They take forever to work with us. They try to break our alliance almost every time they can.
They can't afford
to
be on their own. They can't afford to be on their own because there's such a small number of them.
Every time
because their queen is dead, right? So
every time
Earth,
Tauri, time and time again, Tauri have proven that we're trustworthy, and Tok'ra time and time again throw us to the dirt. I don't.
But that's the aspect of the Tok'ra way of life. In the Tok'ra way of life, they were constantly under threat by the Goa'uld. They were spies. They were not openly fighting. They would occasionally do something to fight against the Goa'uld.
They were kind of.
They were technically. They provided us with information when they wanted us to just do something that they were incapable of doing, like getting a message to one of their agents that they haven't.
They definitely were using us for their own ends, for sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Ultimately, their goals were the same as what ours were, but they were doing it on their own, and they didn't trust anyone else.
Do you think is there Goa'uld that could kind of what do you want to say? Become Tok'ra? Like, Gould that realize the evil of their ways or whatever, and are like, I'm gonna give
I think it's
them
possible.
Chopra away or whatever.
I think it's possible
think
because you got
Yeah.
if they got to realize that the only way that they're going to survive is if they were with the Tok'ra. So there's their selfish need right there, full stop. They want to survive. That's they're greedy, but they can give up their greed for their need to live. So they
any
can go to the
can
Tok'ra.
survive in any being as long as they just don't go flashing their eyes around.
Yeah.
That's not an issue at all. And I really don't know.
Well, it has to become
no,
annoying of
the problem with that is it's embedded in Goa'uld nature to to be above everyone else. They thirst and hunger for power, for control over. That's the whole point of the system.
And that's the exact point I'm trying to make with the Tok'ra. I don't think intrinsically, like you just said, they are Goa'uld. The Tok'ra is a name. They are Goa'uld. Tok'ra are Goa'uld.
Tok'ra are an offshoot.
Yeah.
No, they believe they're the same species. They're the same beings.
Their thing is that whereas the Goa'uld are like, we'll just take over a person, the Tok'ra want to make it like a symbiosis or whatever.
The difference is morality, right?
They are intrinsically parasitic beings. They rely on parasitism just the same way the Wraiths do. Now, Todd is kind of a good guy occasionally, but I think the Tok'ra are more in line with Todd or Michael than they are with actual good people.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue that point. But the point I was trying to make is that the Tok'ra are dying, the Goa'uld will be dying. They're going to be dwindling in numbers regardless. There weren't that many of them really to think to begin with, because they were all constantly fighting each other, killing each other. So I mean, how many of them are still alive? The only way they can survive is if they go to the Tok'ra and redeem themselves.
And with the
taking the sarcophagus out of it, without the sarcophagus, their minds can eventually clear, and they're not going to have the evil intentions that they had as a result of using the sarcophagus over hundreds, if not thousands, of years.
Isn't
that's
even
for the
if
ones
they
that are already alive, but for the ones like there's going to be plenty of symbiotes out there.
It's said in universe that that's the main difference between the Tok'ra, the sarcophagus.
Sure.
Yeah, but with Tanith,
because they say it makes them crazy
he never
or
used
whatever.
the sarcophagus and he was evil. What I'm saying is, with the invent of Shotonin and no Jafar to incubate them, that's also just going to reduce their numbers significantly as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or they're going to go back to Unas and other species and other things like that. We might see an entire Goa'uld invasion.
There's plenty of Unas left on the home planet, and there's plenty of Goa'uld left in.
I've even said it before. I've even said it before. What if there's a different species of Goa'uld?
It probably is. There's thousands of years ago, the Goa'uld left, and
there
then
could
when
be other branches.
and then they left
sure.
other Goa'uld in that pond. They're probably not even. They wouldn't call themselves Goa'uld because Goa'uld literally means God in their language.
Yeah,
and there's still those wild Goa'uld or whatever that are
Do we actually get? Do we actually find out the name of the species of the symbiote? I don't think we do we? We just said it's just Goa'uld or Tok'ra.
They just call themselves Goa'uld,
yeah. So they don't actually tell you what they call their own species. Which could be an interesting thing to find out.
Egotistical that they call themselves Goa'uld because in their language they are gods.
Yeah,
and that's what they are. We are gods. Like by definition, we are gods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Google.
Yeah, the true species name is just Goa'uld. That's all that comes up. Yeah. Yeah, biologically, the Tok'ra are exactly the same, though. Just confirms all.
So you should find someone who knows
still around, or no? Because she's a queen, right?
Wasn't she? She was killed off, wasn't she?
Yeah. Okay.
Season 2. Yeah.
So they're kind of in the same situation. Okay.
Thank God she was killed off.
It was like the second episode of season 2, wasn't it? Something like that.
It was early.
The second episode of season 3. It's one of them.
Oh, it was another one of them
double episodes, huh?
Between it was the end and beginning, episodes, wasn't it? It was like the end of one episode.
They wake up and they think they're 30 years in the future.
Yeah, and that's when they first meet that one Tok'ra agent chick, right? Is working.
That's the one where they thread the needle.
Yeah.
Aye.
where Hammond goes off world and goes, "Yeehaw!"
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
Time
So,
for a
okay.
rewatch, for sure.
We need updates on Tok'ra and Gould.
Yeah.
I do really like the idea. It's
Based
probably
on
not
that.
going to happen. I do like the idea of the Gould going to the Tok'ra and asking for redemption.
Yeah.
I do like that idea.
Mhm.
I like a
Some
portion
probably
of
will.
it.
I could see
I've
that
got-
being a
I've got something
storyline
that-
at some point.
I think we need, like we spoke about in the chat on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
They need to decanonize some stuff.
I got decanonized like the fact that the wormhole drive is burnt out. I watched your video, by the way.
Yeah, I did.
I will paraphrase my video, right? Go and watch my video, subscribe.
But anyone who hasn't watched it, listen up. It's good.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it's-
go check
and
out
it's-
Matt at
Great
Matt
point.
the Dean.
Great points.
There is
We need a link in
there is essentially a perpetualized idea that the wormhole drive from Atlantis burnt out, which is never said in the series, ever.
Mm.
It's only said in Stargate Homecoming, which is a book, extended media written by someone else. So my question is, extended media, canon, not canon? Because officially, at the moment, according to Stargate fandom, Stargate Wiki, whatever, it's canon. Should they just do what Star Wars did and make it legacy content? Because I think yes.
Right.
Because I've
So that's
not
the
read it.
difference.
I can't
That's
get hold
the
of it.
difference.
Or what do they call it in Star Trek? The beta, alpha, and beta. Whatever.
And Kelvin.
Yeah, make it beta
Well,
canon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference between Star Wars, though. Because in Star Wars, if it's got George Lucas's approval, it's official canon. If it hasn't, it's more side canon.
Hmm.
So that's where Revan came from, isn't it?
Where's my Eris Bach comic?
Oh, that's what
I'm
we
looking
Yeah,
for
I
my
hate to break it
Eris
to you.
Bach comic.
It's break it to Harris, but that's not going to be canon.
We gotta extra canonize it.
Eris
Triple
Bach.
canonize it.
No, he's in there.
10 times canonize Eris Bach over and over.
It's a tricky one because there are
Mhm.
definitely going to be fans of the novels and the extended media because they carried on the story,
Yes.
but they were never officially made by the people that made Stargate, and that's my point.
Or approved.
Well,
or approved.
Well, there is official
Look, they were
books
approved. They were
and
approved. They were
handbooks
licensed.
or whatever.
Yeah, there are official books, just like there are
Right.
with Star Wars. There are officially
Mhm.
officially noticed books. The ones like I said, the ones that are signed off and approved by George Lucas, to create the extended Star Wars universe.
Stargate.
So it's exactly the same as Stargate. You get the official ones, but then you get the unofficial ones. But the unofficial ones, they should not have anything to do with canon whatsoever.
Of course.
Because they don't have approval of the original creators.
Well, even with the official ones,
This
it's not
one in particular
approvals
was
of creators.
officially licensed, but
Yeah, it's just MGM.
should that still be canon? I don't think so.
No, I don't like the idea.
How
of
many
that.
people have read that unless you're like hardcore fan, like super hardcore fan?
That's what I mean. I didn't know about it, and I consider myself quite a hardcore
Some
fan.
hardcore fans
I've
don't
never
like
heard
it,
about
but-
it until I started researching if I was
Yeah.
wrong about what I said.
Well, there are some good. I've read a few things like the Eris Box stuff, of course. Surprise. And that stuff's really good. There are actual like external canon things in Stargate that are decent, but the one thing that MGM just messed up on back in the day. But I see their intent. They went at it with pure intent, but they legitimately hired a good chunk of like the Stargate books are written by legitimate people that they got off of fan fiction websites. So like Jack and Sam or Jack and Teal'c or whatever, like they literally had people that want. Actually, though, there's multiple ladies that were like shippers or whatever for Jack and Teal'c that got hired to write actual books for Stargate, like canon books. And that
You mean there's a book? You mean there's a book where Teal'c actually had a green soul patch?
Oh, maybe. I don't think they ever did anything with that Jack and Teal'c stuff, but just the fact that they're hiring fan fiction writers that lean towards that kind of angle rather than
Don't forget about the
exploring
Daniel
the
Jack
universe.
stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a whole different animal. As much as I love the Eris Box stuff, I'm with you. They need to decanonize the external stuff. They need to. Shepard and Taylor got
It does
together
make it so my idea for saving Destiny works. That was the entire reason why I said it.
I blame
And then I
Oh,
thought,
That
then I
just
thought,
reminded
actually,
me
am I wrong? And then I had to look it up.
what we need to
Oh my
see
God.
in Stargate. What we
What
need to see in Stargate. Rodney and Keller.
Isn't
Yes.
that
Rodney and Jennifer
a
together.
form of self-pleasurement, shall we say?
Married. Rodney and Jennifer married.
Oh, we're gonna start a whole nother debate. Can we just have Ronan, Dex, and Keller
No,
married?
Ronan and Keller are supposed
Ronan
to
and
be
Keller's
together.
so much
No,
better.
No,
No,
Yes,
so much
Ronan
better.
and Keller.
they
Ronan
were
and Keller.
already
Ronan and
the
Keller.
episode,
together.
The last man, they literally show that Rodney and Keller fucking got together, and then she died of a disease or something. But that doesn't matter. They got together.
So if she got together with Ronan, she'd never get the disease and die. It's perfect.
Right.
But didn't
No,
she
it
get
was-
it
it was
from
genetic
something
disease.
that
Her and
happened on a
Ronan are
mission?
so good together. I don't know why
I
they
can't
didn't
remember
go
what
with
the
it.
disease
I
was,
I
but-
don't like the Rodney and her doesn't work. Sorry.
Wasn't it something that she
Oh, it
got
does.
on another world where and they didn't have the ability to go and get any to go and find
At some
find
point,
out if there's a cure? They didn't have they didn't have the ability to go to the Pegasus Galaxy. They refused to go back to the Pegasus Galaxy just to save her.
Yeah, because they were on Earth. I can't remember.
Mm.
I need to watch the episode again. Actually,
Mhm.
I'm nearly at the end of Atlantis. I'm on season 4 at the
Again.
minute.
Rodney needs to be with
So
the
that
plant,
episode again, yeah.
plant lady.
Yeah, Ronnie and the plant lady need
Yeah.
to get together. That was
Yeah.
the
That
thing
was
that
so
makes
good. It's like
Rodney and Keller not make sense
Right.
is it is the most clear example I can think of in a writer's room trying to write themselves into getting the good looking girl on camera. It's just the writer's room trying to supersede themselves into the show. It's that sorry, but that's the most most epitomized spot of hey, let's put ourselves in the show. Real quick.
Okay.
Give ourselves a cool girlfriend.
Okay, how about this? How about this? Rodney and Keller got married, had a kid. Sydney Sweeney as a character. Cast Sydney Sweeney at Stargate.
no.
If she's in Stargate, there's going to be a lot more people watching.
Yep. I mean,
Oh,
we haven't
yeah.
even touched on like Daniel Vala Mitchell. Any of that.
Don't forget, it's in her genes.
Oh God.
God, this has been a great episode of Stargate Outpost. We will see.
Cancel. No.
Just saying. I'm just quoting a line that was in the advert itself.
I do like the
Essentially.
Shepard and Taylor. That would be good. But isn't she married or did her husband die?
Taylor?
Yeah.
Is she married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she had the kid in universe as well.
Yep.
With
He
her
did have a
husband.
kid. You're right. Yeah.
I don't think he died, did he? I think they cured him, didn't they?
Geriatric love triangle.
He was taken by Michael, wasn't he? He was taken by Michael when he was turned into a hybrid.
Yeah.
The kid? No, the husband. The
husband.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think they're actually married. I
Michael's
don't
just
think
out
they were
here
married.
turning babies.
Anyway, she has a partner at least if they're married or not. I don't know. Yeah. No, she was married. I think they were married though. I do think so.
Ronan and anyone can't happen.
But
I don't
it
think
just
he's
seemed
coming
like
back.
all of a sudden she was pregnant. It was like, oh, by the way, I'm married. That just kind of came out of the blue. It was a little weird, but I think she was pregnant in real life, right? So they had to do that.
Yeah, she was, wasn't she?
Not married, kid outside of wedlock. Kanan was just
yeah. Or who knows how they did, coupling in their culture or whatever. Maybe that was,
Matt, you're almost there. Let us know next week. Remind us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say I'm almost there. I've been on this series probably for like a month. I'm watching it very sporadically.
Aye.
I've got too many other things to do at the minute.
Well, there's always time to watch more Stargate, thankfully. We've got time to watch some Stargate, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so shall I read what we have on our needs?
Not much.
We've got 8. We've got Lorne. Oh, okay. We first have Siler and Walter, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We need
That's
Lorne.
it. Like I said, silence that. Full stop. End stream.
Yeah.
That's it. Perfect. After Lorne and Siler and Walter, our third is we need Asgard tech and update on how it's being utilized now. We need an acknowledgement of a space program or the Stargate becoming public. We need what WTF happened with Sam and Jack. We need expanding the alien species of both the Milky Way and Pegasus galaxies that we already are familiar with. We need Ascension still needs to exist, but it doesn't need to be a focal point.
Right.
We need the Tok'ra and the Gould to have updates and just figure out where they are.
Yeah.
And we need to decanonize external content. Are those needs for the new Stargate? So far, so good.
The decanonization is the most important one for me. Just because it leaves it directly at the point where we
unless they write in a way
if they don't want to use the wormhole drive, that's fine, because in the Extinction movie they were planning on using it, and it was meant to burn out then. They never made that.
Yeah. So
if they don't, that's fine. But my whole point was this book then came out and then just said it was burnt out. So then if that stayed canon, no one can ever use it.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
And it would be cool to find
that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense anyway, because just because something's burnt out does not mean that you won't be able to use it again. It just means that you need to figure out how to fix it.
The line is something like, it burnt out and some of the parts we don't even know what they are or how to fix them. Like they make
yet.
But they could figure it out. They could write in that they figured that out. I mean, that wouldn't be
in my video actually. When I recorded it, I did say for now, but then I cut that bit out because they didn't say that in the book. I just said it in my head.
Well, okay, real quick, I'm gonna go run to the bathroom and pull a J, but I'm gonna put this up in the meantime, we need a Jaffa Nation update.
Okay, I'm dipping out for a minute too, so Matt and Quest can talk to each other for a minute.
Quick bathroom break. Y'all are in charge.
Okay.
Oh my god, that picture.
Jaffa update.
That's a David picture if ever I've seen one.
Yeah, definitely. Been getting some good ones.
I just go on Facebook now and then just see my face on someone else's face. I'm like I haven't been on this channel really for like 2 years, and he still puts my face on it. Oh, hi, David. Is he here? I've not seen him.
He should be. I think I saw him. I think I did see him.
What do you want to see with the Jafar? Do you want to see updates with the Jafar?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, we're going to get Teok at some point. There's no choice for them to do that. We have to have it because obviously they've spoken to all of the cast from the show.
Yep.
And we know from all the years that they are all willing to come back. They would all love to come back. Maybe not as a permanent role, but as cameos, they all would love to. I don't know about Jason Momoa. I don't know if he will for his role.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about him.
I don't think he will. I think it'd be a dramatic pay cut, really, wouldn't it? But I don't know. I mean, without having Teok in it for a Jaffa episode, I don't know how they'll do it. I can't think of a good way to do it, other than having them fight against the Lucian Alliance or something like that.
So
I can't think of anything else.
In my head, it would be if he exists, if he came back, he would be some sort of leader. I'm waving my hand in front of the camera. He'd be some sort of leader in the Jafar Nation. So he wouldn't be a permanent role, but he'd be there as like a.
He wouldn't be like the head.
As a head.
He wouldn't actually be the head of the Jaffa Alliance. I think
he wouldn't be the head. He'd be somewhere.
He'd be at the top, maybe at the side, beside the leader, as a trusted and well respected.
Maybe Ryak
official
is the leader.
I don't know if that would happen. I don't think that would be any good, to be honest.
Having Ryak.
I mean, Ryak. I think Ryak is he's going to try and live up to his father's legacy. He's going to want to be out there fighting
Yeah.
in some way to become a warrior like his father.
Right.
That's what he's going to want to do. So, if anything, he might be one of the main Jafar that we see come back for it. Just visiting the SGC.
Ryak might be
that
the guy
would be-
leading the fight against the Lucian Alliance from the Jaffa side of things.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
he's probably got his own family and stuff now too.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I mean, he did get married, didn't he?
I hope he's not an annoying little shit like he was in the show, though. I hope
He was like a
get better
teenager
actors.
practically then. I think he's probably.
I actually hated Ryak, but
Yeah.
it
They
was
could
more I just
redeem
hated
him pretty
fucking-
easily. I
the
think,
way they portrayed him,
Mhm.
Okay.
especially that first Ryak.
Yeah. So Sarah,
What,
just used
not the
a
brainwashed
word.
one, no, not the brainwashed Ryak.
Yeah, the brainwash
yeah,
Ryak.
yeah.
That's what
That
I
was-
mean.
Particularly annoying.
Yeah.
Sarah just used a wonderful word. Would y'all rather Ryak redeemed with the same actor or just recast? And
Recast.
somebody just put in here later on, like
I
I'd
don't
say
think
recast.
I don't think anybody would notice either way.
I mean, you could easily recast someone who's going to be a warrior.
They can
because,
recast him. I
he's
mean,
going to get into fights.
grown
and,
into like a
he's not
full-grown
gonna
man
necessarily
now
look
and
the same.
stuff. So yeah,
I've said it with
yeah.
if we were to bring
Peter,
back
no.
anyone from the show.
Yeah.
So I said about Cadet Haley, Ryak, Cassie. You don't have to have the original actors. It would be nice.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think
You don't have to, so it
No.
doesn't matter.
because they're 15 years older or whatever, so you could easily
Yeah.
get.
Yeah,
And
I've
some of them
always
might
said
not even
that.
be
I mean,
acting anymore.
Bray Tech. We got to have some Bray Tech.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Rasta Jaffa, man.
Don't forget about Mayborn. We got to have some Mayborn.
I
Have
think
Mayborn and
retired now.
O'Neill have to hook up and do something, and they both die in a blaze of glory to save the world.
Having
That
Mayborn come
would
back
be
and do
amazing.
something where he dies
Yeah.
being a hero would actually be quite a good send off for his
quite the
character. I think.
redemption.
Mhm.
Quite the
Yeah.
redemption.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Even if he is a
Because
little
even the
band.
last time, when was the last time we saw him?
when Jack leaves him on the planet.
When he
No.
becomes king of that planet.
No.
It's after
No,
that.
I feel like it's good to be king. I'm sure that's the last time.
The which one?
It's good
Where
to be
he's king. He's made
Yeah,
himself
yeah.
king.
Or he leaves on the planet as king. Yeah.
Because that whole thing about him wanting to go to that other planet was just where he told Jack that it was an armory, an ancient armory. I mean, that was all fake. Anyway,
That was with
That
the Furling tech that sent him to Paradise
Yeah.
Planet, wasn't it?
Yeah, where they went nuts eating the whatever it was, arugula, or whatever it was.
So, yeah, the plant
Ultimately,
that
it would be hard to
sent
bring
him
it
to
back
gold.
and make it good.
but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Mayborn
mind them
should
like
be
visiting Mayborn's,
On a
where
beat.
he was
Mhm.
king, and
He's still
checking
acting.
on
He
the
was just
progress.
doing a play not too long ago.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to have them
Comic
go and
Yeah.
go and check up on him, make sure he hasn't
Mm-hmm.
done anything. Because I can imagine the SGC sending a regular team just to check up on him, because they, obviously,
Yeah.
it depends on whether Jack actually,
Jack
s-
sends
told-
Cam once a year just to go check up.
Mhm.
He's like, "Hey, Mitchell,
Yeah.
do me a favor, real quick. Go
Cam-
check
You
up."
now the
think
king.
in universe they probably did check up on him from time to time
Yeah.
anyway. We just never saw it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
He's still a US citizen,
Regular.
even if he decides to live on.
because Jack and
Yeah.
Mayborn did actually become quite close when
Right.
they were spending that time together, didn't they? So
Yeah.
it
There
was
was
like
a
Jack
certain
just-
respect that they
I
had to each
I
other.
loved when the two of them were together on screen. It was great. I love
they
that.
started to see things from each
Mhm.
other's point of view. That I think
Mhm.
that's what happened. What
Yeah.
happened on that planet.
Would y'all even say that Jack went out of his way to make sure Mayborn knew the relationship status even better than he did for Sam?
You could say that.
I'm poking the bear a little bit. Kind of he did though, but just say it
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm going to unsubscribe now. Hang on.
Side quests. Yeah, there isn't. Yeah, 10 episodes. It's like we're kind of wandering all over the place. Well, I think you got to do one sort of like do one round around the universe to kind of check in with everything. Like what are the Jaffa doing? What are
Well, you-
the Lucian Alliance doing? What is
You mean
Jonas
you
people
mean-
at? That kind of stuff.
You mean like Lower Decks did with Star Trek? They went and checked on the planets that Kirk fucked up.
Yeah. Something like that. We just go around and just check in with everything that we know. You know? The Ori are still dead, whatever, you know.
You were warned not to turn that bloody machine back on again. Jesus Christ.
I know we joked about it earlier, and I think it would be too much to start with. But it would be an easy backdoor pilot to have another Wormhole Extreme episode if, like, the gate were put out there, or if they're trying to, like, desensitize you a little bit to the gate, and maybe the Stargate program's not active, or not active, but not public, and then
I don't know how many seasons of Wormhole Extreme would there be now? There would be more than 10, so it would exceed the show SG1 itself.
And they could have canceled and gotten a continuation.
They got a movie.
Yeah, they got a movie. Yeah, that's true. Maybe they got more movies.
Back on.
Lower gates.
And everyone's like, how can that be? This show is crap. Well, it happens in real life. You get a show, it's really crap. It lasts fucking forever.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a really, really good show, and it lasts maybe a season and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It's like halfway through the second season, that's cancelled.
Decades.
That's right. Wormhole Extreme was canceled after one episode. Brought back for 3 episodes, and then canceled again, and they got a movie instead.
There
I
we
say,
go.
fuck EastEnders, bring back Grange Hill.
Made one of those. Well, anything else before we hop out of here? Do you want to read the need list one final time before we add anything to it, or call it a big check?
What was the last thing added to it? I can't remember.
We need an update on Jaffa.
Oh, Jaffa.
Yes.
Because so far we need an update on Jaffa. We need an update on Tok'ra and Goa'uld. We need to decanonize external content. We need an Ascension to still exist but not be a focal point. We need them to expand and update alien species of the Milky Way and the Pegasus galaxies. WTF happened, of course, with old Sam and Jack, and Vala and Daniel, and so on and so forth. We need acknowledgement of the space program or the Stargate as public. We need an update on Asgard tech and how it is currently being utilized. And Siler, Walter, of course. And Lorne needs to be a part of something as a third line.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a million. I mean, there's all the SGU stuff too, which we didn't even go there.
That's a good point.
But
that's a whole other video.
And David keeps bringing it up. It's a good point. The series is the main.
Last time, I think, right? Anyway,
it has
the last Stargate.
I think they're just going to call it Stargate Resurrection or something like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a movie title.
I hope not. Like,
actually, no. Wait. Let me see. Stargate Resurrection. Alien Resurrection. Sounds like a bad title.
Yeah.
It sounds like the title of a bad movie in a franchise that had good movies before it.
With whatever the title ends up being.
Stargate 2.0. No, that sucks.
Actually, no. Realistically, if it's going to stick with being canon and it's still nowadays, it's just going to be called Stargate Command.
Yeah, and because that's what they were going to do initially, right? So
that's
way or another, I was kind of thinking in the back of my head. That's probably what they're going to do.
The thing that everything Stargate so far is named off of something in universe happening within the series or within the movie. The Stargate movie, Stargate. It is the device that gets you places. Stargate SG-1. Of course, we're Stargate, but SG-1 is the team that we're with. Stargate Atlantis. Atlantis is the location that the whole show is based off of. Stargate Universe. It's literally the Destiny crawling across the universe at its own pace. Stargate Command would have been a show about Stargate Command sending people off and doing things.
And who knows?
Season 9 and 10 should have been called Stargate Command, but they just didn't do it for some reason.
Yeah. The Arc of Truth is talking about a very specific thing that's happening within that TV movie. Stargate Continuum is talking about the time dilation, the continuum of the timeline that they have to kind of revert back to. That's why I don't like Stargate Resurrection.
There's no dilation. It's just a time travel movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best one. Continuum is the best. Is the best one out of all of them.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Kind of butterfly effect thing, right?
I always
Because
hate.
of
I always
the many
hate.
bars.
I always hate the time travel ones. I always hate because
just
no
just
room for
name
moving
wise, I don't
backwards
think
in
it would
time
be a
in
good
reality.
idea to do like
1969 is
Explorer or
fun.
Resurrection or anything like that. I feel like just the generalized name is too general, and they need to stick with this with the specifics of what they're doing.
Yeah. That's why Stargate Command is kind of
boring,
but what else do you do?
They could decide to call it something different, maybe something like Stargate Academy.
God.
The new series is going to just be called Gate Star instead. We've got
Stargate Earth.
They could just be really on the nose with it, though, couldn't they? And they could just say Stargate: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Stargate Resurrection, Resurgence.
Okay. This will be the final thing.
Actually, Resurgence would actually make more sense because it is a resurgence of this franchise, isn't it?
I was hoping to end this right before the 2 hours. Timekeepers. Okay, we're gonna ban David for just 2 minutes.
Timekeepers is shit, David. Shut up.
Oh, did you hear that was going to be released for P? And what was it going to be released? Where was it?
It's going on console.
Console
Players are also going to hate it.
Yeah.
Way more.
I commented on someone's video, on someone's post on Facebook about it, and I went, I got a copy for free, and I wanted a refund.
I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to put it on consoles rather than try to port the game through a cell phone.
It doesn't even work properly on PC.
No.
What they needed to do is bring us an RPG version like the game that they had planned.
Mm-hmm.
After
maybe that'll happen.
3,
it's popular.
The RPG version, the RPG game.
Oh, Stargate Worlds. Yeah.
The one that was supposed to release.
The Stargate files.
The one that they actually had in the show where Tiak got stuck in the game. That one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to do. They need to bring that. Or Stargate Call of Duty.
No,
that would be good.
No, we don't need Call of Duty Stargate. There's too many Call of Duty games. Fuck Call of Duty.
It is in a military base. So.
Okay. Medal of Honor Stargate.
No,
there hasn't been a Medal of Honor game for ages. There hasn't been a Medal of Honor game for a long time, has there? I think the last one I played was
because everyone just plays COD.
Yeah, that's because everyone
needs another COD.
It's going to be like Fortnite Stargate skins or whatever.
Well, actually, I'd be happy with that. Oh God, I'd be buying all the skins.
You know what we need?
I don't even play Fortnite, but I would jump on it for that.
Hey, they've said it's going to be somewhere out there that's not like entirely something we're used to. Maybe they're on like an outpost somewhere. They could just call it Stargate Outpost.
Oh yes, definitely that for sure.
Isn't technically Atlantis would be an outpost as well for SGC?
Yes.
So what's going on again? I couldn't help it.
I wish I had that button.
Harris has the power.
I wish we had a good sound effect for that, but I'll just do a.
What you need to do, Melvin, get him on your channel every 5 seconds.
That one.
I'm so glad it lasted as long as it did there.
That was weird. It like went on like really extra long there. That was odd. Okay. Stargate colonies. Yeah, there you go.
Hey-o.
It could be literally anything. It doesn't matter what it's called. We're still gonna watch it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a spin-off USS General Hammond.
What you just want to call it that?
Well, no, it's a spin-off. Set on board the General Hammond.
A buddy of mine, while we were like after a writer's room this past
AKA
week,
formerly known as the Phoenix.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine after a writer's room this week turned on the first episode of Psych. And I guess I've just never seen the pilot. I've seen like the odd episode every now and then, but I
like that show. It was on. I watched it. I mean, towards the end, it kind of gave out. It kind of died out. I kind of gave up on it, but
Don S. Davis, old General Hammond, is the bad guy in the first episode, or misunderstood bad guy to a degree, but he's the guy that is the killer in the first episode in the pilot. And I was like, Oh, I wasn't planning on sitting there and watching the whole thing, and I ended up watching. But Matt did say something earlier.
Bad guy in Stargate.
Huh?
He put together a team that went and murdered Goa'uld.
Of course.
That's the bad guy.
The geriatric.
No. Didn't he also say that if you don't come back, we're going to put this much bigger nuke than the last one through the gate and just blow it up?
Things happen.
And that was Abydos.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. If you don't come back within this set of time, we're just going to throw a nuke.
Well, that wasn't Hammond.
That's a lot.
That's in the movie.
They did that a lot. It was like, if you don't come back within 24 hours,
Hammond.
Close the iris.
That was Hammond at the beginning. When they go through the gate, that's what he says.
In Stargate, the movie, right?
No. In
Children of the Gods.
Yeah.
The pilot episode. Was it part 2?
But I always thought like Hammond was just saying that to Jack to get him to admit that he didn't tell the truth.
Why have the bomb in the gate room?
I just thought it was all just part of the scheme to get Jack to confess.
It's military doctrine. He would have done it. He was ordered to do it.
Well, he may have been ordered to do it, but I think he knew all along that Jack didn't tell the truth, and that was his way to.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
force him to say the truth if he felt he was really going to do the bad thing.
It doesn't matter. He had a set amount of time to do a specific thing.
Oh yeah, and there was a bit of a gamble there. If Jack hadn't confessed to the truth or whatever, he was taking a bit of a gamble there with that.
Yeah, but there's also the fact that he also said, if you don't return, I'm sending the nuke anyway.
Well, because he would think
that was a bad guy thing
that
to do.
had to happen at that point, I guess. Something bad had happened, like the Goa'uld were on the, something bad had happened if he doesn't come back. So,
especially considering the fact that he literally saw Apophis in the gate room.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew, and he found out that Ra was exactly the same because he read the mission report.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew that there was a threat, and that's the only address that he had. So he would have done it. Yeah. He literally would have.
But I think he did also suspect that.
Oh, he knew
that Jack. That Daniel was probably still. I don't know if he knew Daniel was alive, but
I think he did. He did. He did.
Or he suspected it anyway. Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily what he read in the report, but it was when he said, unless when he gets Jack to admit, my report was not entirely accurate. He knew from the expression on Jack's face earlier in the episode, that Jack was hiding something, and his team was hiding something. That's why he brought the others in.
Well, I think Hammond suspected it and then just talked to him and realized that there was something there to his suspicions. Yeah.
Okay, to bring it back to the needs and to go off of something Matt joked about a second ago, Stargate Las Vegas. Hey, we'll tie it with Fallout.
Well, no, then shouldn't it be New Vegas?
Heyo. Nas Vegas, and it'll be a Fast and Furious thing as well. I couldn't help it. Anyway,
not cars that go through the gate. There we go.
It would be God's Vegas.
Family, and just jump through every gate possible. So, okay, Matt said something a second ago that very well may be a need. He was saying it as a series title, which I know it can't be. It can't be, and we've all joked about it. We've all thought it, but it's something that might need to be discussed here if it's a need or not. Stargate: The Next Generation. Obviously, that's not going to be the title.
No,
literally.
I mean, that is what it will be, but
it's pretty much a given. It's the next generation anyway.
Well, will it be that? Are we going to follow young Jack? Are we going to have Lieutenant Haley? All these different things. Are those characters that are Cassie? All these different characters, are they a need to at least be seen?
So
early on?
I think
But
not
Cassie would be
necessarily
interesting.
early on, but she has to come back at some point because in canon she's already she does stick around because she helps them in the episode 1969.
Yep,
So she
yep.
is in the future.
Mhm.
She exists. She has to come
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
Ryak, Cadet Haley don't necessarily have to come back, but
No.
it was heavily like implied that Cadet Haley would join the
Cadet
SGC at
Haley,
some point.
yeah. Cadet Haley, I would like to see that character come back. Ryak, not so much.
Yeah, she's like a colonel now or something. Yeah. Mhm.
Or at
Yeah,
least a
she'd definitely
major.
I'd say major. Yeah, she'd be something.
Mhm.
Because I think her attitude will hold her back in the promotion system. Because I mean, she does have an attitude.
Right.
She's
Sort of
a mixture of.
But she's always going to have
mixture of
Sam kind of
Jack
watching
and
out
Sam.
for her.
It's
Though.
like if Jack and Sam
Yeah.
had a baby. She
Yeah.
is that child.
Yeah, Sam, I think would be kind of shielding.
In a way,
stuff.
Haley's smarter than Carter.
Oh yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, she is.
And if Carter teaches her, then she is definitely going to be a smarter version of Carter.
Mhm.
But she's also going to have that sassy attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They'll
Well, I
put
could
stuff
almost
in.
very
for
well be
fans
the leader of
fans,
a
for
team.
sure. Mhm. Oh
Because
yeah, she could be.
She was training with Jack. She's
Yep.
as smart as Sam.
Mhm.
She could very well be the leader of a team.
Well, not only that,
necessarily the main team, but
she would have had all of SG1, on her back. I mean, on her side, watching over her.
Yeah.
Because I think they even say it in the second. Was it the second episode we see her where all the others are going through the test, but she's already been through it and passed.
Yeah.
She's actually there as part of the test.
Yep.
So I mean, that was Jack's idea. Clearly,
that was such a good
Yeah.
episode as well.
that was fucking amazing.
Mhm.
You did tell them. You did tell them to put the entires on, on low, right? Low.
Well,
You did tell them to capture me this time, not shoot me, right?
Haley brings one other kind of pivotal thing that I guess we've kind of all touched at to a degree, but they haven't actually touched at the specific here is Sam doesn't ever get married, really. From what we know, of course, the last 15 years. And when we left her, sure, yeah, but when we left her,
Jack, we've already established this.
Yeah.
well, even when we left her, it would be she was when we start. How old is Sam whenever we start SG1? Before
Like
the beginning.
30s.
So by the time she's about 40, the window of opportunity for of having children is very much lessened. It's very much not even a possibility, but a probability that Sam has never had kids and will never have kids. If that is the case, would she have gotten closer to Lieutenant Haley over these years, and would she have almost become like a pseudo child to her in a similar way to Janet?
The entire team would have got closer with Haley.
I would think so.
Not just Carter.
I can see the
Carter.
She was already close to
Carter is
Cassie.
more of the
She's
role
like an
model.
auntie figure to Cassie.
Yeah, Carter's the role model, something for Haley to look up to and to move and something to strive to and beyond. Because I mean, obviously, Carter knows that Haley is going to be smarter than she is.
Mm-hmm.
So her job will be to actually, to push Haley. Because if say Carter is maybe resigned, or she resigned her command of the General Hammond because she was in command of a ship in the universe. So yeah, she resigned her commission and she's now working at Area 51 or something. Maybe Haley is stationed nearby, and she's still going through a lot of stuff. And maybe Haley comes into the same department and they work together. And she, Carter just continues to teach her beyond what she learned at either the Air Force Academy, universities, and stuff like that. So to prepare her more for the duty off world as a SG team member. So it makes sense to me that Haley would be a character that comes back. In a major way, I think. Like you said before, doesn't have to be the same actor.
No.
Recast her. She's older now.
Yeah.
And I think it makes sense.
I didn't realize this.
I did know it, but I can't remember.
I'm trying to figure it out now. Elizabeth Rosen.
Jonas come back. I think we should check in with Jonas's people at some point, but I don't think it's priority.
No.
Because again, a lot of these things, if you want to check in with Jonas, well, then you have to give the whole backstory. Which, with 10 episodes, that's difficult.
Well, actually, they don't. One thing that we actually haven't talked about and discussed, which is something that every show does specifically now, used to do back then as well for the most part. Not every single one.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that we know we're going to be getting. And I jokingly, Greg and I and half of us in chat and Melvin, we were joking about last night with freaking Fallout. Before episode 1 of season 2 started, what were we doing? Watching a 6.5 minute recap of season 1, which was a badass, by the way. It was an awesome recap, but it was 6.5 minutes long. It was a highlight reel for the whole season.
Right.
If that's something that Amazon and MGM are willing to do,
they do it with Stranger Things as well.
Season, yeah. So we're going to get large.
I think there's too much of it.
I hope they do that. That would be awesome.
It would be great to have something like that, but
I'm sure
I don't know if it will work for Stargate.
YouTubers
such a large amount of story to
well, sure, but that same thing.
I think if they are trying to get a newer audience as well as keeping the older audience, just don't have it.
No.
Don't have a recap. Maybe that will immediately turn people away.
Not to start with, but maybe have aspects later on, maybe in season 2.
Oh yeah,
have bring something that's happened. Yeah, have something come.
It'd be cool to
come up
to use like clips from the earlier series for the recaps. Would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, but for episode 1, I would not start that with. Here's what you missed the last 15 years, or like
season 1,
15 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
Season 1, like I said, it has to establish itself first because it's important for them. We need to meet the characters, get to know them, learn to like them or hate them. It depends on what way they go.
Yeah,
I was in David Hewlett's stream
budget
earlier, and I said to him,
you don't have to like
McKay. Love to hate initially, but then just loved.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, McKay was horrible at first.
He was an annoying shit in SG1.
Yeah.
It
was Atlantis where you really start. You know what? Maybe he's actually okay. He's still a bit of an annoying twat, but he's all right. And then later on, it's like he's one of my favorite characters. yeah, exactly. I love him, but I always keep a lemon in my jacket.
That's what Shepard does, right?
Yeah. And Mitchell as well when he goes to Atlantis, because Shepard gives him the bit of advice. I always keep a lemon around, just in case. He's definitely allergic, and he'll eat it because he's so hungry that you could squeeze a little lemon on his sandwich without looking. He'll just eat it regardless, and then taste it and go, "Oh shit!" Because I'm just having my fair share.
Right. I always wonder if that lemon thing was like for real, or that was just a weird thing of his. You know how there's people that are like, "Oh, I'm allergic," but then anyway,
I think it was just made up for it, just to show how like neurotic he is.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
In that first episode, we see him in the lunch line. He's like, "Is there lemon in this?" They wanted us to hate him.
Yeah. Or just the way was horrible.
Popcorn, why would you not have me on a team?
Melvin would need to be on the team for the historian aspect. If he would know it.
Oh, don't make me Daniel Jackson.
You're Daniel Jackson.
That means you're going to die a lot.
Oh, wait, actually, but make me Daniel Jackson. I can ascend.
Yep.
I can ascend.
Are you going to come back down after?
And you're kind of immortal.
I might wait a couple of 100 years before I come back.
Yeah.
Never trust a poisoner.
Lemon may spray just to handle Rodney is.
Hey, you can
loud
trust
work.
me more.
Great.
Trust me more than you can trust Jay. You know.
Where is Jay? Was he not coming on tonight?
Oh, he said he had a long day of work. So he said he was dead.
I'm here.
Wouldn't it wake you up to talk about Stargate? I don't know.
I'm here even though I said I'm not coming.
I did write update on Jonas and Langaren's down, just because they are a huge part of Stargate that kind of completely gets glossed over.
I think their
if we're gonna
story's done.
I don't think so. I think that
we still get that? What is it called? That mineral or whatever from their planet?
Nequadria.
Nequadria, yeah.
The reason
they try to use the planet to get to Destiny. I know that.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it had to have that kind of core to produce enough power to blah blah blah. Yeah.
The Solution Alliance trying to do it, I think.
Yeah. Well, they did do it, but then it blew up, or it.
No, that was a different planet.
I know it was not that.
At some point, they go to.
It was another Nequadria planet or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
2 planets already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a star.
They only blew up. They only blew up because they were under attack at the time that the gate was active.
No, that's true.
And because Nequadria is very unstable. But the second time, they just blew up because they did it wrong.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they kind of knew it was going to blow up.
The second time it blew up because I think Carter was attacking it from orbit, just like the Lucian Alliance did in the beginning. Both times the planets were under attack. That energy from the attack made it unstable.
We need Chaka.
Or made it more so unstable, more unstable.
So what they need to do is test it on another planet. We need a third planet.
Yeah.
No one attack it, guys. Come on, stop attacking, and then we'll see if it stays.
Just test it on a moon or something.
Well, think about it this way: we know that Nequadria is unstable on its own, right?
Yeah,
it's very difficult to control it, which is why the hyperdrive failed regularly at the beginning on the Prometheus, right? Because it became unstable. They had to reject the core. It blew up. There you go, Star Trek-esque. Warp core is going to blow up. We've got a warp core breach. Yay, hyperdrive breach. Brilliant. Great scene though. Really like that explosion. But the fact that they could hook the gate up to a hydroelectric power plant, which is when they were trying to get supplies to the Destiny, that's interesting. Because don't we have quite powerful hydroelectric power plants on Earth?
So that's how we connect Fallout and Stargate. We put it up to Hoover Dam, and that's what starts the New Vegas kind of whole war.
Well, no, wait. Was it hydroelectric or was it
geothermic?
It was geothermic, wasn't it?
I think it was geothermic. Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, geothermic. But even so, same.
Are you on about the episode
thing.
on Atlantis with the volcano?
No. The one in Universe where they were trying to get where Wolsey was trying to negotiate for them to get supplies to Destiny.
Oh right, yeah.
They were in that. It was I think the setting. Well, the location was a hydroelectric dam, I think, but I think they called it a geothermal because the Lucian Alliance are trying to negotiate with them as well at that point. Because at this point, you got both sides, SGC and the Lucian Alliance, both have people on Destiny.
Yes.
So they're both actually trying to get supplies and more men to Destiny. So,
the reason I wrote
what
down
technology has come from
Langaren's.
Atlantis. When we last saw Atlantis, we barely tapped into what was in that city. For example, is there a lab to make ZPMs? I hope not.
Yeah,
you can't make it too easy.
The Jonathan
I've always thought that there might be a place on Atlantis where they could potentially recharge a ZPM, but not manufacture them.
No.
Because it makes sense.
It goes back to what I said earlier. There's having the knowledge, there's having the information to do it, and then actually being able to do it.
Yeah, but there's also the fact that a lot of places on Atlantis they couldn't get to because it was either flooded or collapsed.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah, so
and there's even towers that have just been completely destroyed.
Yes, exactly. So it could be there. It just they don't have access to it. But then it would be quite lazy if they do that. I wouldn't mind. I'd like it if they, because I think for the wormhole drive to work, they needed 2 at least CPMs.
You need a lot, yeah.
I think if they had a third one, it would have been a lot better.
It takes a maximum of 3, the city, doesn't it? To be fully operational, it's 3. So yeah, I think they only had 2 at the time.
UBC, whatever.
I know she kind of laughed at the end of it, but figure out how to charge ZPMs on Destiny when she's sun hopping is that'd be pretty cool, honestly. Just plug it in with a USB cable.
Yep. Or USB-C.
The power of a ZPM,
whatever, you know what I meant.
More than the power of a sun.
It's
a micro universe in a bubble.
Well, it's 0 point energy, isn't it? Essentially, that's what.
Yeah.
Energy brought in from a alternate universe.
From subspace.
Yeah, from subspace.
Right, I got to get out of here soon, guys. So.
Yeah, I guess we're about 2.5 hours on here.
I think we've done a good episode. That we were like, what are we going to talk about again? Anyway.
Yeah, we've got.
I don't think we had to think about too much what to say. We just talk about Stargate for ages.
You know what? Before we jump out, you did mention one thing earlier, Melvin, from Jay's video. He's talking about special effects.
Special effects.
I think we need decent special effects, but kind of like Jay mentioned in his video, I don't think we need like the type of money Star Trek spending on their episodes for grandiosity kind of thing.
Right.
If it's
substance over looks.
Yes, substance.
Yeah, we've seen it. I mean, the more visual effects in a lot of stuff we have now, specifically Star Wars and Marvel, a lot of the time, the more you spend, it starts to look really terrible.
Yeah,
in some aspects, and I think that having the flaws that we always had in visual effects, I think it adds to some of the immersion. It makes so visually you're like, I know it's not real, I know that's CGI, but you're drawn in regardless. It's like it doesn't have to be expensive CGI. I mean, there's so many CGI companies out there now, right? There's many more than there were in the 90s. So where's the competition?
Yeah.
I mean, how many CGI companies are there out there? There's not enough competition. People like Disney will go to the same one, right? Marvel, same one as Disney because it's part of Disney. Same with Star Wars. What's one of the first things they did when they bought Star Wars? They shut down LucasArts. So so that they could work with the ones that they prefer because they're Disney. That's the mistake they made. I mean, doing the visual effects in-house, in my opinion, is a better idea for Lucasfilm specifically.
Specifically them, I'm hoping that this is approached in a similar way that they've approached Fallout, just because it's not the exact same teams or anything, but there are supervising teams that correlate. Because the best,
I'd love to see more location shooting, like we had, like we always had in Stargate. It was all about location.
Right.
Yes, they were filming in the Canadian wilderness.
Yeah,
it's perfectly fine. They explain it in universe, why all the trees are the same, why the landscape looks the same. It's because only certain planets can be terraformed to have a breathable atmosphere, right? And support human life. Yeah. Makes sense. They took the trees from Earth.
Yeah.
Well,
and everybody speaks English.
Stargate always
just happens to speak English.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously there's a few things you just have to give them for the show, make it work. But
one thing Stargate always did right was the approach to visual effects started with practical effects. So any visual effects they had was adding beautiful and detail to the like a beautiful detail to what already is there. So you know, the Wraith might have had a little bit of CG every now and then, but most of the time they're just people in full costumes, and it gives you that real practicality of the tangibleness that you just want with what you're watching.
No, they have
those
rooms. What is it called? The volume or whatever.
The volumes.
Yeah,
they're handy.
Yeah,
but you know, what fate on Morocco, as they say.
Yeah, I'd like them to go that route. I mean, that's a route they didn't really go through in SG1. I think I've mentioned it in another live, haven't I? That I'd like to see them follow a storyline that's based on the Babylonian period. Because we do have a bit of Babylonian in there with, you know, what fate on Morocco, that specific episode. They talk about Babylon. I'd like to see something more. I mean,
I'd love to see the blue aliens come back.
Is there another race that were actually the gods of Babylon?
Same way the Norse gods were the Greys.
Yeah. The Asgard.
Yeah.
We don't call them the Greys. We call them Asgard. They're not all grey. Some of them are brown. Some of them are brown. They're not all grey. Honestly. Didn't you know how to tell the difference? you know how to tell Thor from Nelmir, didn't you? Or Elmir. I can't remember her name now. I can't remember her name. You can tell you can tell them apart, can't you?
As long as you know it sounds like Daniel Jackson, you're set.
I like the yellow one.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a good point. Stargate seed ships also seeded plant life and base animals in a lot of places.
Yep.
I don't know about that. It's good, you know. It makes sense, but then I'm thinking to myself, it's a different galaxy.
Did it?
Why are the seed?
But wasn't it the planet builders that were terraforming?
No. Think about it this way: what if the seed ships are finding planets that are already suitable for human life?
That's what I thought it was. They were scanning planets.
They're scanning planets for resources.
The planet builders maybe were.
They weren't terraforming them in advance. They were just planets that happened to have an atmosphere and the resources that the Destiny may or may not need.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's nothing that actually says that the ancients were the ones, the seed ships were the ones that terraformed those planets.
Babylonian 5. There we go.
Babylonian 5.
I mean, it makes sense to have something from the Babylon. I mean, it's mentioned, you know, Babylonian 5.
That was supposed to be the Babylon. I think it was Babylon. Maybe it was the Aztecs. I can't remember. It was meant to be the original second movie for Stargate.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be Aztecs and Incans, because they kind of, and Sarah and I know this one a little bit more because we're just so much more extensive in our Stargate Infinity knowledge than most folk, you know.
Oh yes.
I don't know.
Did you watch Stargate Infinity?
Yeah,
yes,
we watched the whole thing. Yeah,
it wasn't great, but it wasn't as horrible as I thought it would be.
If you were a little kid watching it, it'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
it hurts my soul now, but it wasn't the worst.
Where did you find it? Because I do want to see it. I need to
It was on Prime.
Yeah, it's on Prime. It's on MGM. Is it still on MGM Plus or is it on Prime now?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
We watched it on Prime, and that was just like a couple months back.
Yeah. I can check for you right now. But the reason I bring them up is because you said the second movie originally was supposed to be Aztec focused, and the villains in Stargate Infinity are the Tlacon, who are Aztec and Incan kind of inspired.
Right.
Yeah.
They look nothing like anything. Yeah. Stargate Infinity. Prime.
It's not something you need to watch, but it wouldn't. I don't know. You don't need
I'm actually
to
going to go back and watch Stargate Origins at some point. I watched
the best thing, the only thing that I like about Infinity that I would like them to bring over to the new show is actual vehicles to go through the gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Harrison, of course. And
in Seattle.
In Seattle. I was about to say, Seattle, not the what's the girl with the pink freaking hair, the tattoo, but don't get tattoos, even though my entire side of the head is tattooed. It was that's a thing. A good thing.
It very much
still
has
just
a
going,
like,
over
and
my
this
head.
is the lesson of the week, kind of at the end. But yeah.
Not good. Stargate Infinity. Avoid at all cost.
Yeah. Speaking of decanonizing things.
Yeah.
That was never canon.
Well, we don't know that. Stargate Infinity starts in 2027. For all we know, Martin Garrow has tied it all together, and by the time we're back, we're starting with the Stargate Infinity crew now. Perfect.
Yep. It would be. I mean, it'd be kind of fun to not to
That's one way
like
to
the
fucking,
characters,
make me
drop
never
in a
wanna watch Stargate
character
again.
would be cool. That's just kind of like a little nod to, fans that would know, kind of thing.
It may be fun to have like Sergeant Bonner or somebody like that. Just have somebody with the same name.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, I mean, they could always do another show, another animated show. I mean, Stargate Infinity Beyond or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just. Oh no, I didn't even get that till you said, "Oh God." Infinity and Beyond.
Yeah. That's what we're seeing at the Wormhole Extreme, right? Like, make it a animated spinoff.
Hard pass. That's true. We don't need Zats, honestly.
We don't need Zats because we got the Intar now, haven't we?
P-guns. That's
the
what
little.
I won't say the word. But... yes, I have. That's why I said P-guns, but I'm not going to say the word.
Which word? Hey, we say other things on this channel.
I think that's about it.
Combat thing there.
That's about it.
We're gonna
might call that a day.
Anyway, I seriously have to get out of here, dude. So.
All right. Well, we are 2.5 hours into this. Usually, we try to end it before 2, just for StreamYard's sake. But we had some stuff to discuss today. Especially the fact that Sam and Jack should.
The Sam and Jack conversation definitely worth everyone's time.
The whole Sam and Jack argument and pull it on as a short, please. Thank you.
We need to. We need to.
Well, like I said at the beginning, this should have been a very short one. Sylar, that was it. Done. He's the main character, you know that.
We will see you all soon. Everybody, Matt, you just put out a video, Matt the Dean, earlier this week and today.
No, it's not Matt the Dean. No, it's not Matt the Dean. It's just Matt Dean.
Matt, isn't it? It's just Matt.
My channel's called Matt. If you type in @Matt Dean, you'll find me.
Okay,
or just type in fucking Matt Stargate and you'll find me.
That works too. Matt Dean, Matt Stargate, Quest RRC, Lady Hockey, and as well as mostly
not Lady
Sarah 226.
Which yes. Anyway,
and
there'll be some changes coming.
I'll be going back to watch the Sam and Jack convo. Sounds hilarious. Sorry I missed it. No worries. You're going to cackle.
That was everything. It makes the whole live.
That I think was our VIP highlight reel right there. Or MVP highlight reel right there.
We got into a whole Lifetime movie of the two of them, and
hang on 1 second. I'm going to post my link in your thing.
Yeah. Apparently, links are easier to post in here now.
I don't know why it's going through as fucking Cookie McClementine, but here you go. You can
Cookie McClementine. Cookie with McClementine. I was like, who's got cookies?
I don't even think there's a video on that. It's just like the default channel because I just made it years and years ago.
Are you Clementine?
I hope there's no videos on it. I've got to check.
Are you logged into StreamYards under that title, under that username?
That might
because it's on my email account, but my email I literally have 16, 17 YouTube channels, and it just defaults to the first one.
So C, you don't have any A or B channels to start with? It's just alphabetically Cooking with Clementine?
Clementine is a character that I've got. I'm not going to get into this, but Clementine's a character I've got, and I made this YouTube channel years ago, and it's shit. There was a video on it. I've just privated it. Don't even try and look at it.
We can put it on unlisted, and we must find it.
It's private. Actually, no. Delete.
No. The chat, you know what to do. Cooking with Clementine. Find it somewhere deep in the annals of internet.
It had 6 views, and I posted it. I made this video in 2023, so it's not that old, but it's still quite old.
I'm about to say, we've seen videos much older. We've been hanging out for 5 years. Cooking with Clementine.
There's so much you don't know about me.
Side trekking, side projecting. Things go crazy around SciTrek.
I have like 15 plates that I'm constantly spinning.
And
a lot of the time they all fall over though.
As long as you pick them up and get them back on, they're fine. Please don't tell us.
Please don't tell us. Oh, fuck off. I do not have a fucking anime.
Oh no! On that note,
guns.
Can we end the stream now, please?
On that note, Sarah6226, Quest RRC, Matt Dean or Matt Stargate, find it out one way or another. If you're not
figure out which direction you're pointing.
Follow, like, subscribe everywhere. Hang out. You know we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging with us for this long of a stream. We will see you back here Friday morning for the Radical Wasteland podcast. Sunday again for Sci-Fi Sundays. And we got fun sci-fi to discuss every which way. So,
yep. I think this is our last Stargate of the year, I believe.
Oh my God, it is, isn't it? Oh, technically, we would be on the 31st.
But I will not be available that day.
True. So, yeah, let's shoot for the 7th or past then, something like that.
Yep.
All that being said, once again, this has been Stargate Outpost. You know we appreciate you. We figured out what Stargate needs.
Yes.
And if you think of anything else, put it in the comments of this video.
Master Sergeant Siler is what it needs.
As always.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And we will see you in the next one. Adios, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.